chase. It's an interesting one because I think there's been a 50-50 win-loss ratio whether you bat first or second, but the Lahore team has started to find form. They've played Devsic and he's come in and made an impact. Pakar is very much in form now. I like the look of Salman, he's consistent. McCullum is floating in the order. Narayan was opening at the start, now he finds himself in the middle. So all these guys find batting form. Then you've got Afridi, the youngster, and Yassir Shah could change the game. There is plenty of armoury in that Lahore Sports side. Back-to-back games. Darren Ganga's alongside me. Quetta, they're very powerful. I think that's why they choose to chase.
Yeah, indeed, and they've made two changes for today's match. Ben Lachlan is out, Asad Shafiq as well, and in comes Mir Hamza and Jason Roy, the England international batsman. He will be at the top of the innings. Shane Watson, he's the leading run scorer in this year's HBL PSL, and the likes of Kevin Peterson, a really compact batting lineup there with Riley Russo as well, and a good bowling lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be intriguing, isn't it? So you've got United, they're the powerhouse at the moment. They've qualified, Quetta have qualified, but we don't know who will finish up 1 or 2. Karachi Kings a little nervous. They've got a big matchup tomorrow, and that'll be against Zalmi, who need to win both their games to slide into the top 4. And it's Multan who sit now, having completed their 10 games, and pray that Peshawar Zalmi lose one of their 2 to qualify in that top 4. So nervous waiting for them. Lahore obviously are out and have had that knowledge for the last 2 games, Rameez.
Yes, it must be difficult for them to take the field knowing that they cannot qualify, but I think it's another opportunity to enhance their reputation, beating Quetta Gladiators, who have already qualified for the playoffs. Sarfraz has led them smartly, is put the right combination on the field. They play well together as a unit, and I think that's where they're different to some of the other franchises. All or most of these local players play club cricket in Karachi, and Sarfraz knows them to the hit, so that works well. Right now, a moment for the umpire to savor or to forget. Goodness gracious, that was a sitter.
Well, he barely got a finger on it. I mean, his judgment there was poor. It's just slid off. Index finger, just a flick. That's the worst we've seen. Alim Dar put 2 in 2 days, down, and then caught in day 3, but that's the worst attempt.
Yeah, Rashid is the umpire. His record as an umpire has been outstanding. Every time a review has been taken, it's been cancelled. 5 reviews, and on all 5 occasions, he was right. Better than the machine.
Bakar Zaman, left-handed opening bat at the top of the innings for Lahore. Devcic. This is the international from New Zealand. And it's been taught to all the fans who are following this Lahore Qalandars team. There's a big following. Haven't really lived up to expectations in this year's HBL PSL. But they have a chance, as you said, Rameez. Satisfy the thirst of their fans, win a couple matches and end on a high.
So here we go. It's a very busy 3 weeks to this point, and as we say, the pointy end where everything is tense. It means so much, but not so much Lahore. And I think the advantage they have is that they just play. They play with the pride, they play with strong instinct, and have to worry about a win-loss, but it can often bring out any hesitation was there when it meant more, if that makes sense. So they're playing, and there's no doubt they're keyed in, and that's being under someone like Brendan McCullum, who is always switched on. We're away. Too high.
Yeah, stifled appeal for his delivery. Very resolute in his decision making.
This pitch can be deceptive early on because that ball skidded off the surface and he was late in reacting to it. Impact on the higher side, but got him by surprise, that particular ball.
Yeah, we saw it speed up yesterday. We saw the batsmen have a lot more joy crashing through a line, trusting the pace and bounce more than the first time here, Darren. And you picked up on it having done the pitch report as they sneak through. That's good judgment. looked a bit hairy, but you picked up on the jigsaw puzzle cracking out there, or mosaic cracking, as I said yesterday. That's a little different to when we first came here. It was a bit more blanket covering, not so much the cracking. But I think it indicates that it's a bit harder than when we were here before.
Yeah, when I slid my hands across the surface, it was very smooth. So despite the cracks, shiny surface, very good to hit through the line of the ball. We saw that in the game yesterday. The Sultans, Islamabad United.
Shane Watson nestled at first slip. That's why I think the margins for the bowlers have become so small. When it's slow and not getting through, a little bit inconsistent, you can get away with the odd bad ball or the bad length, but now it's crucial they hit that mark. So there's a good look at the light colour, the bit of the sheen, the mosaic look to it, and made the mistake last time round even. I said it was a bit softer, but trying to do that hardness test nearly broke my knuckles. And it's harder since. There's the sheen. Look at that rummies.
Class, absolute class, and road.
Oh, you want to get the pads on, rummies, don't you?
Yeah, I've played here quite a few times, and I can promise you, Slats, that, you know, this was, what, mid-80s to late 80s. It has not changed one bit. It still offers you a lot of potential to hit the ball through the line, and we didn't even go for throwdowns because we knew what we were expecting is such a straightforward pitch.
Yeah, well, there's a Ramiz Raja in this Quetta Gladiators team, so maybe vicariously through him, you can play that innings.
Yeah, but he's been awful.
We went down that path the first time he walked out, Ramiz Raja Jr. Oh, he's gone across the line, skid through, and he was walking back second ball, I think, so we disowned him. Next innings was a bit better, so we started to take him on board again, so today's the day.
Yeah, a bit like me, you know, I took a bit of time starting my engine and warming up to the task.
Interesting shot. Gee, it's not far from the top of off either, but it was the way it kissed the surface and sped up almost that surprised him. Devsich, we know he's an unusual player, he's very aggressive. Only one run off the over so far. Down he comes, it's a good finish. So the boundary, the first of the innings, off the last ball of the first over, 5 for no loss.
This was a good shot. He moved to leg. The ball was outside the off stump. Kept his eyes on the ball and his hands did the trick. The middle of the bat and pace on ball. A lot easier. Very early in an innings.
Oh, it's a big welcome to Jason Roy. He's a destroyer at the top of the order if he gets going. He shells them in the air though early on. He can give that hot catching opportunity, but if he goes, look out. And if he combines with Watson, and then Peterson's got his eye in, then it's pretty imposing top three. Russo as well as the hitter. Safraz Ahmad leads the side well. They're a big unit, the Quetta side.
So to this guy, Shane Watson, very important player in this Quetta Gladiator squad, leading run scorer, leading wicket taker as well for his team. Genuine all-rounder. Been able to play the spin a lot better in this year's competition.
Well, he's been good with the new ball. If he lines that seam up, which he does, he's got a very structured run up and everything works well mechanically. He's been getting outswing, so back into the left-handers, and he's made it difficult with that new ball in the first over or two. There's every chance he can get an inside edge. Here's that last ball, powerful down the ground. He just got it in the end.
It's a good way of making your own pace and creating your own length and angles on a pitch like this.
Yeah, bounce through the gap. Yeah, look how quickly that goes across the surface.
The sheer pace is not going to work on a track like this. It is straight and shiny, glossy, and if you provide the left-hander with any kind of width, it's going to put you away. Yeah, very sweet timer of the ball, Fakhar Zaman. He liked batting here.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to get that early boundary away. You want to try and get that in the first couple of overs, try and create an energy and momentum at the crease that you can keep going with. 2020 is very much that form of the game. If you can get off to a swift start and make the most of the initial power play, you can really go hard with it. And that's what Lahore have done right the way through. That's been the exciting part of their game, is the power play. There's KP. Where was the dive, KP?
And I think extending himself, Kevin Peterson. He required to bat. The umpires, Tim Robinson, cool on cool umpires for this match. He's partnered with Rashid Riaz.
Who can't catch? We saw that.
Practice makes a man perfect.
Too late. It's interesting, he gets away from his body. Deb said he's always showing the stumps, or there's always a gap there. He's got a really unusual way about it, which is, I suppose, a T20 technique. It's a hitting technique. Just have a look at this. What do you make of this? He's just really... So this is Fakhar. So he's similar in that sense to the left-hander at the other end. Just, again, just getting rid of that front leg. We see it from both these left-handers. And that's why at times they look quite similar, but he's an interesting player. Both of them are.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is obviously make room for their arms. They're very still at the crease. They've got a steady base. He's opening up that front leg. They can punch the ball through the offside. Left-handers generally love to play the ball square of the wicket. As Ramiz said, creates your own unique angle when you could do that. So straight deliveries becomes a delivery that you can punch through the offside.
Good finish from Watson. Oh, it's 13 for no loss. Anwar will continue. He went for 5, and it was the punishment of that final ball to that point. There was only 1 from it. It was a good start. Talk about the margins for these bowlers now. Got to get it right, otherwise the batsman will get on top. Big miss in there. She's tried to whack that out of the park.
Once again, no pace from Anwar Ali. So against medium pace, you can use your feet. I remember when we were touring New Zealand way back in the mid-80s, we used to do that on those soggy pitches against the medium pacers. Play them as spinners. Just out of the crease and try to create your own pace. I think you can safely do that here on this pitch as well.
You know, I think bowling-wise, Ramesh, you want the batsman thinking that too. I think you want them trying to create pace for themselves, which means you're bowling that slower ball quite regularly and you're changing up the length, because it's one of those pitches now that I think is a bit more standard lever. So if you get in a rhythm with a bowler and he's consistent with you, I think you can line him up. So If a batsman is trying to create more pace, then I think you're doing the right thing as a bowler. But what you're saying is a batsman should be confident to do that and come down and create it. A bit like that. Just not getting hold of it at this stage.
Yeah, we've seen from other captains, they use bowlers for 1 over spells. And especially in the first 6 overs, 4 to 5 bowlers, so that the openers don't get accustomed to the same bowler. Many teams opt for using the slow bowler in the power play overs. Many players struggle to find their timing. They go for power at their demise. So might be an option for Sarfraz Ahmed to try his trump spinner, Mohammad Nawaz. See if he can get an early wicket.
Been used effectively. They've sort of really come into their own, the spinners. They were effective at the start of the PSL, but as it's quickened up and got a bit easier for the batsman, they've almost come into their own more because of that pace thing and taking it off. So if you've got a couple of quality ones, it's making it harder and at times slowing it down. Patel yesterday, I mean, he was brilliant, wasn't he, on the early hat-trick, and that started the decline in the run chase.
Yeah, wickets are going to be the key here, or the key factor, and if they get off to a good start here, then Qalandars, who have messed up the middle order so many times and seem to be learning now in the last 2 matches, they've held the innings together in the middle overs, can dent the opposition quite badly here.
Well, he's forced that, but he's muscled it beautifully through the gap. He had to wait for it.
Yeah, it's such a slow pitch that your off-cutter has got to be properly lined up from a bowling point perspective. It was a half trekker, didn't have anything on it. Yeah, neither the off spin or the leg spin or the slackening of the pace. It just set up very nicely for him to go hard through the offside. So my question is, why not use Mohammad Nawaz? He's been your best bowler. Get a couple of wickets in the first 3 or 4 overs and get Qalandars on the back foot.
Well, he pushes that wide of off stump. Fumble there by the keeper, but not called wide. That completes the 3rd over. It's 20 for no loss. Edge 6 from 7, and in fact off to a good start. 14 from 11. So we will see spin shortly. As when you've got a quality one. Here we go. Least boundaries conceded. That spinner's in PSL 3, and Nawaz is at the top 10 boundaries, and that's a percentage of 6.17%. There's Rahat. Yeah, that's remarkable, isn't it? It just shows what we're talking about in terms of spinners becoming hard at times because they take all the pace off it.
Yeah, and with the new ball, or mostly with the new ball, Slatson, that takes some doing. His control has been outstanding and he's got the confidence, and since last couple of seasons he's grown as a bowler.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing against a team that is very good at the power play overs. Their run rate 8.5. Lahore Qalandars been very good batting up top, so you want to trump that with your best bowler and probably get a wicket as well. That's when you can dent the opposition. Remember, they capitulated after being 60 for 1 the last time these 2 teams met, so it's about countering the strategy of the opposition and their strengths as well.
Yeah, well, their first 6 overs, Lahore, through this PSL has gone at 8.52 is their run rate. That's in the opening 6, so they're consistently up around 50. And they've got to 70 a couple of times, so that hasn't been the problem. The problem is the middle overs when they lose 4 wickets for nothing. They've been in a winning position every game for a short moment,
Yeah, their scoring rate nosedives the moment they hit the middle patch of the innings. I think they have the worst rotation strike as well in the middle overs of all the sides.
Quickened him up, got himself into that onside position, going to leg stump and then got cramped.
It just goes to show that a lot of T20 cricket is about thinking on your feet. You can have all the best plans, but if you can't read the game as it unfolds, it still puts you at a disadvantage as a team. When you're playing against a team like the Kalandars, with Fakhar Zaman and Devcic, you need to be on your P's and Q's. Make the right changes at the right time.
Hoga Saaf Pakistan, it's a great initiative to keep Pakistan green and clean and nice.
It's gone high, it's going to fall in the gap and bounce away. It's actually nearly carried all the way. Such was the pace of that delivery. Without a fine leg, I'm not too sure. I mean, we've seen a lot of those catches in the deep, haven't we, of these deliveries, batsmen getting hurried up, but Fakhar gets away with that. In the end, it's not a bad shot.
Didn't quite intend to hit it there. Just in the top part of the bat. Flying. Fine leg. Yeah, he knows it. A little bit lucky with that shot, but he gets the outcome. Zaman.
Oh, it's gone through the hands. It went at pace. It had to be total reflex. It got to him quickly, but it did go straight to him. It's the end of the 4. 31 for no loss.
This one rushed him. Didn't get the hands up in time. He can't believe it. That was an opportunity for a wicket, and it goes a-begging.
So the first opportunity goes down, and it was Hamza, the fielder. Gee, it was a hot chance though, wasn't it? That was a flick out of the middle, and it went so quickly. It had to hit and stick. And it just burst his hands. We'll have a look in a second. We've got Shane Watson. He's coming in from the other end. So he's been swung around. And Devcic, only the one boundary, hasn't really got himself going, but he can be an enforcer if he gets on a roll. Here we go. Let's have a look how quick it went, Rummies.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been blinded for a little while. Mir Hamza is playing his first game of the tournament. Yeah, it just burst through his hands. I think usually you have a fielder there for cosmetic reasons. You're there to maybe be lucky and hang on to something. Stop a 4 or an inside edge or a French cut, but to expect a ball coming at you at 100 miles an hour, not so.
That's helped on its way. It's gone all the way. That's what he can do. He's a very interesting player, Devcic. He sat out for the initial phase of this PSL, but he has made an impact when he's, well, that's certainly the first game he batted so well. Missed out the next one, but that's what he can do.
As cool and calm as you like. That was a wonderful shot. Was not rushed at all. Devcic just used his arms, used the pace, knew exactly that the fielder was within the 30-yard circle. Got a maximum.
Oh, that'll work too. He's got down late on that one. Watson will be furious. He'll be fuming. A little bit of luck, no third man.
Well, he's got the right fielder in mind. Mir Hamza was the fielder once again, but he had no chance this time. Yeah, didn't deserve a 4, but still got it. Dipsich knew he was lucky.
It's come off the toe of the bat. We talk about this initial power play and how they have averaged 8.52 throughout this PSL. They're at 9.11 again. Haven't lost a wicket yet.
MC Catcher Karor, be ready, boys and girls. Some new faces in the house.
Oh yeah, I mean we're seeing a lot of them too. Hello, welcome. Where have you come from? There's been a couple of characters have been at every game, haven't they? The Pakistan supporter in the green, he's been at every game. We haven't seen the general for a while. Bazar Khan in the general outfit, where's he been?
In whites. Maybe he only has one dress. Here is whites to the laundry, and so he's not been seen since last 10 days or so.
A bit of a change in field, so very much stacked in the ring behind, and the two men out long on a deep mid wicket. They just got to thread it. If he gets any width, he's going to try and thread it through one of those gaps. And there's no room to get on the legs either, because if you flip it over backward square, it's 4 straight away.
It's quite interesting. I would be quite interested to know the mindset of the batsman. You know, this is a small fence, so you'd only be looking to hit a 4 or a 6, and forget about the fact that rotation of strike is still valuable. But in such a scenario, I'd be backing myself to hit a 4 or a 6 and make use of the small fence.
There he goes. He's trying to thread it through.
So, 5 overs being used by the seamers. Ahmed trusting his pacers within the power play overs. Haven't seen any bowler go around the wicket to change the angle to the left-hander. That might be an option. Ball may just end up too close to the batsman and playing his shot.
Oh, he smashed that one straight at Kevin Peterson, who is up to the task. And 11 from the Watson over. It's 42 for no loss.
Overs done. We've got 1 to go on the power play. 42 without loss, the calendars. Rahat Ali, been pretty impressed with him by and large over the whole of this HBL PSL for 2018. Wilco, good to see you here alongside Bazard.
Well, thanks for the weather forecast too, Dan. I thought, seriously,
The jacket, you like the
you
jacket?
had the jacket for the weather forecast. It's a lovely evening, isn't it? You mentioned Rahat Ali. I think he's just had a bit of extra zip. I think he's just managed to get a little bit more out of these pitches than some. Now, who are these guys? Who are these guys here?
Pumped crowd. And Dipsich is pumped. And he could be gone, I think he is. Anwar Ali with a diving catch, similar to Junaid Khan's at the beginning of the tournament.
Rahat Ali goes short, and Anwar Ali is probably the best Pakistani outfielder. Again, makes it look easy, dives forward, big wicket. He's just sort of poked it up in the air, not really gone through with the shot. Diving catch helped along by Dipsich. Rahat pumped, crowd's pumped. First wicket after a good start. Out for 18, 43 for 1.
Salman's in. Right, there's a pick-up and flick of note. That is serious from Fakir Zaman.
When he gets his range, when he gets his eye in, he's as dangerous as anyone who's playing this game. And that is typical of the unorthodox way he plays. He looks a bit ungainly sometimes, but that is magnificent.
Yeah, Radali, don't go there. Surprise, look at him. Down the leg side to Fakir Zaman. Not happy.
Was that Urdu? Yes, it was. Thank you, just clarifying that. That's a bit of line and length. Oh, skates on. Have you got the sprigs at the back, young man? 50 has been posted in the meantime for the loss of Devsic. Run rate's going nicely at 8.82. He just helped it, didn't he, Baz? Just a little paddle.
I was unsure about really pulling it, and he's just sort of helped it along. We've seen so many of these from Anwar Ali. He's a fantastic fielder. I think he's the best Pakistani outfielder, and I'll change my name if it's not so.
Oh dear.
Well, thanks for that, Majid.
Gold Wilco. Yeah, the truck's been a bit late. He was fueling up. Oh, nice, really nice.
Truck was a bit late there. I think there must have been enough traffic coming out of Dubai.
You like this traffic, don't you, Wilco?
No, I don't.
There you go again. It's a semi-pull shot. He's not really gone through with it. It's just a little flick, and still just have to admire that catch.
Those catches are the most difficult to take. You're diving forward, you're coming in at pace. And I agree with you, he's a superb fielder.
So 10 off. There's the power play done. 52 for 1 here. If you just tuned in, Lahore, they're unchanged from their previous match. They won in the Super Over. It's going okay. Those in the HBL PSL are having more selfie moments.
Face painting. Like some of that, don't you, Danny?
He sometimes comes to work as a Maori warrior.
A little change up. Hamza, he's into the side. He's coming to Quetta. It's left arm seamer, so looking forward to seeing him. Don't see much of him at all. Power play Baz overall.
Qalandars are the experts on power play. They really always get off to a flyer. Zaman's just finding his range, backing away, using that short length. They strayed a bit on that leg side and being picked up through the leg side.
Well, there's a bit of pace and carry, just enough. You know, not as quick as Rahad Ali, but like it.
Well, go another left-hander. Left arm seamer.
I know, it's the greatest tournament in the world, isn't it? I mean, it was just left arm seam after left arm seamer.
They left you right out.
They
What a shame.
did. That just
Should have been a mentor.
Let's just be like,
I think he is the mentor, the left armer Alan Wilkins.
Guru.
what I'm a little surprised at, although the fact that we've got two left-handers, that we've had Desic and we've had Fakhar Zaman, is that we haven't seen the left arm spinners. And yeah, just this a little look here at Mir Hamza. Nice easy run, isn't it? I quite like that. He stays nice and upright. That's not bad. His head goes a little bit, then he looks at his target. You see, he looks away, his head is gone, and then he looks back at his target. It would be better if he watch his eyes, stay in your eyes, look, his eyes are gone. But he needs to carry on looking at the target.
Oh, Castle! Samar has been annihilated there from the new fella, Hansen.
Imagine how good he'd be if you looked at him all the time. That's fantastic. My goodness, he has demolished those expensive stumps and they got cameras in them. How about this, Baz? Look at that seam.
Yeah, he didn't need to. Will go this time because he's nailed it. Leg stump out of the ground. First over in this PSL and he gets a wicket. Lovely start. That's great for his confidence, but Salman out for 1, 53 for 2.
Here's the captain, Brendan McCullum. He's in at 4. He's been floating at 5 recently, and he's opened as well. So an interesting dynamic that he's coming at 4 here tonight.
What number does he bat?
Baz, you. Baz McCullum, as it comes. You got a bit confused the other night, didn't you, at the match at the Ring of Fire?
Correct. Wilco was shouting in my ear, saying, Baz, Baz, Baz. And I said, I'm right here, Wilco, I'm right here.
Yeah, and he meant McCullum, of course. A wonderful delivery to rip out leg pole of Salman. Didn't stay long.
And it was a touch of the Mitchell Stark celebration, that was, wasn't it? With the hand high in the air.
Watching telly.
Chance here, chance. Fielded well. 7 gone, 54 for 2.
Well, that run rate has just dropped off a little bit. Was going at about 8.8, it's now down to 7.7. So, Highest run rates in the middle overs. So look, we've got the two teams playing tonight. Quetta at the top in the middle overs between 7 and 15. And then you've got the calendars at the bottom, only 6.1. The hustle, nice ball of the previous over, good pickup. Bowler's in the thick of it. Oh, sign him up for Glamorgan CCC. CC.
Right, left arm spin now. Nawaz. And this is a good ploy, isn't it, against Baz?
Exactly, that record of McCullum's is not flash against left arm orthodox. And this guy's been going well, MD Nawaz.
Interesting that he's been brought into the attack so late. But the last time he played against Lahore Qalandars, he bowled 20 dot balls. 4 overs just for 4.
2 for 4 on the night, wasn't it? Amazing spell. This is just a beautiful bowling action, this. Just so repeatable, isn't it? It's so smooth.
Yeah, 50% of his bowling has been dot balls in this PSL.
That is average. Brendan McCullum, you saw that number just there. He's averaging under 9, Brendan McCullum, against left arm spin.
Well, he's got off strike, which is a good thing. Now, not surprising against left arm orthodox because you and I were there in the Gong, Chittagong, 2014. Look at that. I'm not surprised that average is about 8.8. The strike rate's down. He's got out quite regularly the left arm spinners. Panch. We were there in Chittagong and he got out in that game in Sri Lanka, that World T20. Got out at a crucial time. Cullum ran past. Got stumped. From memory too, Ross Taylor got out.
Rangan Harith
Correct.
spun a web, didn't he? 5 for 3. He took 5 for 3.
It's a big night there, wasn't it? We had a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a wonderful night if you're a Sri Lankan.
Well, also just I think socially. Wonderful time there at Chittagong. Great hotel, good company. Gavin Scavell, not you, Alan. Well, we've had 8 overs. It's 56 for 2. HBL VIP box is mellow at this stage. One for you, Bazid Khan. I know, yes, familiar faces. And a familiar stroke from Fakir Zaman. It brings up a boundary to third man quickly.
Yeah, familiar bat speed. With those wrists of his, the bat really moves at speed. So anything off the edge, anything with a bit of width on the offside is going to fly away. No chance for third man.
Well, I think with these boundaries here, your third man has got to be finer. I think he's got to be 5-10 yards finer than normal. Now, Shane Watson is in an orthodox third man. I think he's between the devil and the deep blue sea right there. I think he's got to be finer for that edge.
We've been saying a lot on commentary, haven't we? It's interesting. You know, you talk about the amount of coaches and eyes on it from the dugout or the coaching staff. I agree. You've got to have them finer here with the new ball. It's into its 9th over and it slides on.
Gateway.pk in Pakistan and cricketgateway.com where my friends are watching it, and Cricket Jeff for ball-by-ball highlights, Daniel.
I think Damien Fleming is watching every ball of it.
He is.
Well played from McCullum in the end.
And you see how fine Rahat Ali was. Now that's in the right position there. Just don't want to be much squarer than that. Yasir Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Local fielder, local knowledge. Watson just a little bit too wide for our liking. Wilco.
होगा साफ पाकिस्तान मिल के लगाएंगे जान विल को तो होगा साफ पाकिस्तान.
Completely agree. Greener, cleaner, healthier.
What we actually want is an actual Kiwi arriving to this PSL. Baz McCullum hasn't scored a 50 yet in the PSL. We know we've got Danny in the com box, but we want Baz McCullum to really fire.
Thank goodness for Devsic. He's got one knee. It's not great reading.
But in this PSL, he's got 530s.
Hasn't kicked on, has he?
No. And you want a big 80 or a 90 from Brendan McCullum, known as Baz.
That's McCullum, but there is protection. Yeah, out of those, interesting, isn't it? Those 5 scores at 30. You want maybe 3 of them at least as big half centuries, an 80 and a 90 would be ideal. And you're not converting those 30s. It reflects on where the team is at the foot of the table. Bakar Zaman is, well, he's almost into the 40s. McCullum has moved around this batting order because of what's gone on in their campaign in PSL 3. He's going to keep the strike here. It's Bakar Zaman at 65 for 2. Wickets falling at 43 and then 53. So McCullum has got together with Fakka. Partnership is just starting because McCullum is under the crease, hence Nawaz, but it's going to be the left-hander Fakka Zaman on strike. Field spread now, post power play.
Yeah, it's been an interesting strategy change from Quetta Gladiators. Spin was introduced in the 8th over. Normally, we see spin from the very first over. Yeah, the batsmen need to fire for Lahore Qalandars, but they've just gone for pace, which surprises me a little. There you go. Bakar Zaman this time floated up a little, too full. And we know he can do this. Pretty flat, but all the way.
It's racing towards a half century here. 46 from 29. He just clears the front hip. Gets that left leg out the way and right leg out the way. Opens up a bit more with that front leg. And it disappears rather sweetly. Whoa, he's over. Get back, big fella.
That was a good early call from Brendan McCullum. So he's come out of the blocks there. Whoops. And there's just an abject lesson there for any of you watching, youngsters. Always wear your spikes, if you can, on grass, turf wickets.
Particularly on the 22 yards here at Sharjah. These
It's like glass, isn't it?
pros, exactly. So shiny, so smooth and hard. Got to wear the spikes out in the centre.
47 now of 31 for Bakar Zaman. He's a very interesting player. He's got his own unique technique. quite elegant like David Gower, Alan?
No, I wouldn't say he's elegant like David Gower was, but I think he's effective, mightily effective. And he got that 100, of course, in the ICC Champions Trophy final at the Oval, which was a fantastic score. He's different.
On the charge. Cullum didn't get all of it. Inside edge of the bat. One to go in the 10th. I've had half the innings.
He's got them going off to a good rate here. Zaman's strike rate over 150.
Had to check the stroke, well bowled. So after 10, it is 70, 3 for 2.
Current run rate is not bad, but it's just that during the middle phase of the innings, they slide and slip and lose the plot. Will it happen again to them? Kalanda, 73 for 2. Darren Ganga and Michael Slater with me. Slats, 47 of 32. Pakar once again playing a good innings there.
Gee, he's found some good form throughout the PSL.
Yeah.
He's a good player. Just talking about his performance in the Champions Trophy last year in the final and how he takes on the spinners, and he's a quality player and he's been very consistent through this PSL.
Oh, gone, stumped. Just missed the ball, and it's Hassan with a magical breakthrough, because McCullum still at his age can be dangerous.
Indeed, we saw him in the previous over use his feet to good effect and chip one down the ground. This time, didn't really make contact. He's been troubled by the slow bowlers throughout this PSL. We'll just check for the no ball. Maybe a different angle will give us a better picture. If it was a legal delivery.
It's a little tight, I tell you. It's a little tight.
The big question is, was there something behind?
I don't know that I'm seeing anything behind. He looks like if he comes down there might be a millimetre. It's really tight indeed. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
You call that? He's matched up with the back of the line, if you ask me. Brendan McCullum's in front of us. He was told, and they're saying legitimate delivery.
yeah, just missed the straight ball. It wasn't a square turner from the left armour, but I think he beat him for length and with the extra pace. McCullum gone for 5. It's 73 for 3. Sadaf has replaced Brendan McCullum, and he's off and running of the first ball that he receives.
Well, it's been really interesting being next to Lahore's setup here, because Brendan McCullum has come back in. He was paused, obviously, but there was the fourth umpire saying, no, it's legitimate. And he stood there, he watched the replay, and he's thrown his hands up saying, you show me a part of that foot that was behind the line. And Lahore, in a state of confusion here, is about how that was legitimate.
Yeah.
I mean, you're at home, you be the judge. What do you think? Is there part of a heel behind that? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, it was 50-50. I would have given it as a not out.
Indeed, I did think there was evidence that the heel was behind the line. That's the important thing.
There's a lot of commotion in the Qalandar's dugout. Yeah, I mean...
Okay, well, the law is there has to be half a millimetre behind that line. Can we see half a millimetre behind the line? If we can, let's move on. But you tell me if you can see that. I can't. He's not on the ground yet. He's not on the ground. He has to keep going. And there he is. Keep going, keep going. If you drew a line on the back of that white line, is there a little bit of an arc around that heel, or is it straight? Yeah. Another look at it, quite rightly so. I mean, Brendan's just looking for some confirmation, something that he can see that says that was legitimate. He wouldn't be happy with his shot, mind you. He's run past it.
Will this be taken? No, it falls short of the fielder.
All right, we'll get a reaction here. We'll show it again. What are you doing at home if you're umpire? Is that arm out? Here we go.
He doesn't think so, and quite rightly so. The image is not confirming that there was something behind.
He's a beauty though, isn't he? He always has a smile on his face. He carries himself very well.
Yeah, so easy to talk to, even before the toss. When I'm there, he's chilling basically, you know. He'll greet you warmly.
He's a great guy.
I usually ask him, you know, you remember the side? He says, yeah, I do. And when he doesn't, he says, please don't ask me the team.
That's right.
Yeah, still trying to digest whether it was no ball or not.
It was tight, let's face it. It was tight. But let's... Working on the laws of the no ball. I mean, it's a spin bowler. Give me a millimetre one way or the other. Is it going to change a shot at the other end? I think the answer to that is no. It's not going to change the course of what he did and how he got out. But we can't see anything behind the line.
With a shot, because this is when they capitulate and collapse. And so something to rejoice in there as well. The opener is in form. There are special innings once again.
Indeed, he's batted really well in the power play overs, and now he's settled down, appreciating the middle over.
Just get to the pitch of the ball, and then you can create your...
And when you hit straight, it's always very safe.
Well, it's gutsy too, isn't it? Given the skipper ran past one of those in the first over, so he's taken it on.
And then the sweep shot into the gap as well. That's good batting. First one down the ground, the other one swept through square leg. 88 for 3.
Gores has just got to work with Fakar here and give Fakar the strike when he can, but don't underestimate those two fours. He's hit down the ground. He's held one behind square. So it's brilliant hitting here. Look at that. That was back-to-back. And a terrific start. 12 from 6 he is.
What a good shot to play against the spinner. Just put him off his stride. Throw him out of rhythm a bit. Goes big into the gap, that's 6. Magnificent stuff from the left-hander.
Well, clear intent being shown here from Fakar Zaman. and he knows that he has a lot of responsibility with the bat for his team if they are to get a very good total. That was a slower delivery. He picked it nicely, and we've seen a shot like this before from him off the spinner. Gets another maximum. The fourth in the inning so far, exactly what Lahore would want at this stage.
9 fours and 4 sixes in the innings.
Oh,
10 fours and 4 sixes.
It's brilliant, isn't it? He's the man, isn't he? And this is the pace of the game. Gagger, you've watched from afar, you've been following it, and this is where Lahore have failed time and time again. They've got a couple of totals of 160, but this is where the free spirit of them knowing they're not going to be in the top 4, the fact he's going, he's the man now to take them deep into the innings and try and elevate it to at least 160, maybe even 170.
I think this is the great thing about PSL. This is what Pakistan cricket stands for. The excitement, the rawness of talent, and seeing that unearthed in this competition is exactly what this tournament is all about.
I agree.
We've seen him on the international stage. This is just a representation. I always say, it's very similar to West Indian cricket. The flair, the style. Fakhar Zaman, he's got it all the way. He's got to challenge himself. He's only had one previous T20 century. Can he get another one? That will be important.
Yeah, no, he's a terrific player and he's just getting better. I was talking earlier on in the innings, both the openers have an unusual style, but he can reveal the stumps sometimes. He's got his own way of hitting, but then he's got the technicality to play really good cricket shots as well. But there's just an ability to hit hard and long.
Because he's got the skills really to attack a spinner that makes him so much more a batsman. That's gone. Inside edge. Another boundary. Worrisome. Sarfraz walks up to his young apprentice. This is not working for the Gladiators. How many runs in this over? 14 so far.
And it's 100 up too. So it's come up at a rate of 8 runs and over. And they are 10 runs and over from here. And they've got 7 wickets in the bank. I think they should be looking at trying to get that 170 at least.
Yeah, the last 4 overs are producing 39 runs, so it's been a really good period here for Lahore in terms of run scoring. We've not seen them play the middle overs well, but they're doing exactly what the situation required after that 43-run partnership, opening partnership.
Just talking about his ability to play spin well, that launches him into the middle and the end phase of an innings as well, because it's not only the first 6 overs where he's a powerhouse, but come the middle and the last stages where the spinners come on to bowl, he can still hit them for 4s and 6s. HBL box. Very special box just to our right here.
Yeah, dancing away. There's our social media sites. Get on board. As Danny would say, join the fun.
Bring it on. Four for 3.
Lots of runs being scored of late for Lahore. Nice momentum building in the innings. There's still an opening batsman set at the crease. Fakhar Zaman, 65 from 41. If he can sustain all the way through, they can't quite get themselves into the 170 mark.
Watson has got experience, 7 dots in his 2 overs. Let's see what he can deliver. They need a wicket. They need to get rid of Fakhar Zaman, 65 or 41. He's maintaining good shape out there and just propping up this innings with his blistering hitting.
Yeah, I think Gulrez as well.
Yeah.
He's supported and he's played a contextual inning so far. He's coming, he's not taking a lot of balls to get set, partnering Fakhar Zaman really nicely here.
Good shot. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Prior to this over starting, so he's bowled 12 balls, 7 dot balls in that. So, you know, he's had 5 of those go for 19. So if he gets it wrong, he hits that length. I think that's what Shane does. He'll sometimes just hit that hittable length. Outside of that, when he gets it right, he's very hard to get away.
Good run rate. Lots of skyscrapers building nicely. A lot of that Fakhar Zaman, the architect of those.
Just adjusting the third man. The fine leg is up in the circle as well, so will it be a slow delivery to Fakhar Zaman? Pace off the ball. Maybe it can work against somebody who likes a bit of pace on the ball, on the bat. Shot ball, that's gone. Will hit the fence in no time. This is good batting, adjusted beautifully.
The one thing I like about him, doesn't really commit himself or he doesn't premeditate at all when he bats. He's an instinctive type player. If you look at him, he moves very late. Gives a little bit of a shimmy and then makes up his mind and commits to it.
Yeah, and the over-adjustment there from Watson, he saw him go early, trying to adjust it to his body, but it almost played in Fakhar's hands, didn't it? It was just a case of, right, now I've got one on my shoulder and I'm bang, with no fine leg. Very good. So Watson got that wrong.
Yeah, he wants to smack every ball out of the ground away towards mid-wicket and long on fence. That's his natural arm, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not very strong driving the ball through the offside, but giving that ball on middle and leg stump, it'll go, it'll travel.
Winvies, look at that. We've seen that throughout the PSL with Lahore. High percentage chance of winning at certain phases of the game.
Yeah, they build our expectations and they absolutely go flat. Qalandars.
Look at that bloke out there. Boundary, obviously. That bloke out there, Peterson. He was my golf bunny the other day. Took him down. Did you? I'm trying to get his attention just so I can... Whoa!
Yeah, that's good improvisation. That's good thinking. Fakhar wants the strike back. It's only going to be 2.
Yeah, took him down.
Yeah?
He was all the big talk right the way around too. Look at this. This is brilliant. Just toe-ended it a little bit. That's why I didn't run for 4, but still got over.
And a good commitment in the field as well. So with that versatility, an equal response from the Gladiators. This is a really good context shaping here.
When 87.
Going to be a
Pretty much on the
timeout, I
cards.
think, is there?
Yeah, I
Might
think
be
after
ready
this
to
over,
go.
we'll have a go Lutler.
I'm a little puzzled here. When Fakhar Zaman was on strike, there was a long on and a long off. And there was no attempt by Shane Watson to bowl a Yorker. Lots of fans in the stadium. It's been high quality cricket all around in PSL 3.
It has been, mate. My first time. What I've loved is how it's just kept getting better and better, and players have adjusted, the pitches have changed.
Oh, that's glorious. That really is special from Gulrez. He's playing a fine innings here. 20 from 11 balls. And good time for Quetta Gladiators to maybe take a break here in the shape of a Go Lutlo strategic timeout. and they changed their mind. No go Lutlo strategic timeout. It'll be after the next over. That's gone up in the air. Will this be taken? 65-meter fence.
Well, it was a good
Jason
effort.
Roy there doing few acrobatics, and I think he's saved a six.
Yeah,
I
it'd
think
be
he's done well.
interesting. It was all, he plunked it back over. Just be interesting whether he was touching anything when that happened. He sort of took it, got low, and then threw it back. And unsure at this stage. Brilliant effort, though.
It's something that has grown into the game. We've seen fielders make it look so easy. Takes the catch, gets it back into the field without conceding a maximum. That's excellent work on the part of Jason Roy.
He's taking the beauty
the
too,
boundary
isn't he?
rope.
It's just where it lands. Does that ball land beyond it? Certainly does. Great effort. Great effort. Just off a flight, another one of these guys flown in. Bit of acrobatic work.
I think it touched the boundary rope on the way back.
Do
So
you think it did?
yes, it did. It did.
Interesting, very interesting. We still wait. We want this to be a safe. Yeah, right. So he's done well here. What about? Yeah, I think
he
it
did.
just the cushion
Just
fence. Yeah.
Just hit it on the way back over, didn't it? After all that great effort. Six. Six.
Serbia six.
Yeah, so Ramiz, I mean, Lahore is looking very much like they will break the record set by Islamabad United in yesterday's match. A record total set by them, 185 when they batted first.
So if they carry on at the current rate, they'll get 172. Hello.
Hi, Rummies. Hello, Rummies.
Hello.
Hello, Rummies. And we get the honour to be next to you.
That's
A
okay.
great man, a great man.
Yeah, it's an honor to be sitting next to you too, Ben. Oh,
yeah.
beautiful. Six straight, strong hit.
We haven't seen 100 in the PSL yet.
Well.
We haven't. I don't want to put the marker on him. We have not seen it.
Some clean hitting from Fakar Zaman. In the slot, head down. Maximum, what a shot. Power.
Look at this
Aggression
strike
from
rate.
the man.
182.2 is the strike rate. He's increasing the knots.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 5 sixes now in his knock. And he's not finished yet.
We hope he hasn't. He's on fire.
He'll go again.
We want to see
He'll go
100,
again.
don't we? We want to see
Yeah.
100 running into the finals.
So there's the bouncer. That's well left.
It was quick too.
Yeah, I think over the course of the last three or the third, this is we're into the third PSL. We've only seen 2 centuries.
Yeah.
Sajil Khan, Kamran Akmal,
Yeah.
2 centuries. This could be the third.
Yeah, there's been a couple that have got close. It could be the day. Could be the day. It's probably the best I've seen. Racing to 80. And look how many overs are left.
Forehand smash.
What a shot
That'll
that
make the
is!
fence in no time. What a knock. What a bashing.
Phenomenal shot. That is baseball. Babe Ruth.
I was going to parallel that to like a Federer.
Yeah.
Forehand. The power from this man. He gets better and better as his innings progresses.
Wow.
That's muscle. That really was muscle.
Well, it is. I mean, that's just a phenomenal shot over long off in that position. Again, you see that hitting base of front leg away. It just gives you that art. But that is an extraordinary shot. And he knows that mid-off is up as well.
Yeah, on top of the bounce. Hammering it. This is all along the ground. A little different this time from Fakhr Zaman. They're rushing back for the second. Very good piece of running.
Takes him to 90. Off 48. What a ripping innings this is.
Joint highest now by Fakhr Zaman. 48. Balls in 90. Just 10 away from stroking the first 100 of the HBL PSL 3. trickles and hits the fence, but what an over! 24 runs of the over. Qalandars 140 for the loss of 3. Fakhr Zaman 94-49, and we have finally.
So the end of the Golutlo strategic timeout, and it's still head and shoulders time here. Move for $1 million, do the Dandruff free move, get a chance to win 1 million Pakistan rupees. Now then, the last 4 overs here, 64 runs have been scored off the bowling of Rahat Ali, Sheikh Motsin, Mir Hamza and Mohammad Nawaz. Here's Anwar Ali, and man out there in the deep. And Fakhr Zaman, who's on strike on 94, scored his first 50 off 36 balls, and off the next 13 he has smashed 44.
94, so first 100 in PSL 3 in the offing. So, might be the first double 100 as a team total in this year.
It's gone big, man underneath it, gone! Hassan Khan takes the catch at long off, and there won't be 100 from Fakhr Zaman tonight.
Thank you, Alan Wilkins. Another kiss of death from the Welshman up here. It's going to be the first one, and now it's not. 94 from 50, still not going to get 100 in the HB PSL Season 3. Anwar Ali cuts him off 6 shy of 3 figures. Wonderful performance from Fakhr Zaman. 141 for 4.
Strike rate of 167 in the PSL, but his best score is only 28. So Gulrez, he's been in long enough now to have a look at this. He's got 22 from 13, and the new man is Sunil Narayan.
For once tonight, didn't get all of it. Bottom of the bat, and it's not gone all the way. Everybody was poised for that 100. They liked it. The change-up from Anwar Ali. Well, what a fantastic knock. Fakhr Zaman, 94.
Third highest score in the HBL PSL from Shahjil Khan, 117. And Kamran Akmal with 104. So that 94 is the third highest score in the 3 seasons of HBL PSL. Now that's going to have to be reload. That's a poor delivery from Anwar Ali.
Shame, because I tell you, it hardly bounced. Imagine if that was on about middle and off. It's so low. And about Sunil Narayan. Sunil Narayan coming in so different now for him. Game has got built around the first 6 overs opening in franchise T20. Now it comes in a crucial stage to try and keep moving forward and creating more momentum into the team total. That's not bad though. Narayan gives it a nudge.
Have some of that, Danny Morrison. He can do it at the back end as well. Pitched up, he's gone over extra. Always a boundary. Struck really hard. He's got power. It was a change-up, but it's smashed.
It's a great looking shot, isn't it? Look at the aesthetic quality of that shot. The bad swing. Sunil Narayan, if the ball's up there, he's got to swing.
Alan is so partial to left-handers, be it bowlers, did you bat left-handed as well, Alan?
No, I batted right-handed, but not for long. Sunil Narayan's batting is almost 13, and that's only second to Karan Pollard, the great Karan Pollard, in the death overs, Narayan. That's how effective and dangerous he is. Top score of 28, though, the PSL. Swing and a miss. 16 overs gone, 147 for 4. Gores, 22. Amir Hamza is 27. He's gone 4 and 3. Now, 6 days' time, we're going to be in Lahore. You can book your tickets for Lahore and Karachi at www.yevo.com. Tickets also available at various TCS Express centres. Those are the HBL PSL ticket sales in Pakistan. Yevo.com. Do you reckon they've got tickets in the HBL box? I reckon so. And why don't they have any more friends in there? It's always the same.
Because Michael Slater and my good self scared them all off in Dubai.
I'm sure you did. Just a single out to deep mid-wicket.
And suddenly as Fakhar Zaman departs, the batting doesn't look as simple. Stroke play doesn't look as simple. Just seems as if the ball is not coming on. I mentioned a double 100. Looking unlikely now. They'll settle for 190 maybe. But they have to go some. Because it's been set so well. Hoga Saaf Pakistan.
Caressed safely. Just evades Rahad Ali. Here's the truck. Looks like it's been in for a service. Oh goodness, it's gone.
Faster than the Uber.
Well, I think you should take it on. Both of them. You gonna do that, Baz? Line up?
Truck and the Uber?
Oh, do them all.
Man out there, will they go back for 2? No. Well, Colunda's fans have, they've suffered, haven't they, this season? Watching their side, have been some dramatic batting collapses, but they've won the last 2 games, the Colundas. And of course, one of them in a super over, and this man bowled a magnificent over. Sunil Narayan, but his batting has been absolutely a rejuvenation of his career. Gone batting from 10 and jack to 1.
Relying a lot, particularly on these two. Gores is so important. He's key, massively so. getting up and over. So you got Sahel, yeah, they give it a clip. Both Sahel Akhtar and Sahel Khan. McClenaghan hits a long ball, and so does Yasser, but we have seen the Lahore calendars fall over very quickly. Nice of them to try and get up around 185 here, 180 even.
It flies off to third man for 1. 7 from there, but 17 gone, 154 for 4. So the Kalandas just starting now, the 18th over here. 155 before the going alone at a run rate of 9. Current run rate, they'll get to 180, so I should imagine they're looking at 190 plus here.
Yeah, well, that's if these two can hang around. So key. Partnership might only be 14, but you see, they've used 11 balls. They're both good strikers. It's nice and straight. It's downtown. Might not be 4. But these two both know the value of kicking on and finishing off well.
Yeah, they need to go some now. This man was fantastic. His hitting today was spot on. Good. Sohail Akhtar, who's quite a good finisher.
Bowled, really well bowled. Right up there. No chance for Gulrez to swing his bat with any freedom to get that away. What a display of hitting, clean hitting from Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah, goes all around the park. It's 6 sixes and in every direction really. Straight down the ground, pick up 2 legs, smashed over, mid off. Fantastic range.
He's unorthodox, but he's very effective.
Smart, because I was just thinking here, and the rest of this over, I wonder where Anwar Ali's going to go to soon on a ride. It has to be that sort of change-up. Big tennis ball bouncer, even a really quick one that gets up around throat height. Because Narayan, as soon as you get in that arc, back end of a length or fullish, and you miss your Yorker, he can thrash you over a wide V. I'm talking over extra cover all the way around to that little pickup sort of shot over mid-wicket. He's got such a great range when it's in his slot, and he wants to free the arms and stand and deliver.
Really is. He's just getting in Yorkers, but it's no ball. Umpires signal no ball here. Rashid Riaz, who had a pretty good match the other night in that dramatic last ball scenario where we had a super over, and well, if that's, hang on a minute.
Doesn't look like a no ball to me. Peterson now just having a word. Yeah, he's having a word. He's really telling him. just seems that's harsh. Let's have a look. Anwar Ali flabbergasted. Yeah, that's fine.
That's not a no ball. I mean, I just don't see why the third umpire can't come in here now and just say, change your decision.
100%. That's what should happen.
Well, look at that. I mean, third umpire got to come in. McCullum was given out from a ball that was a no ball, and this has been given a no ball, and it isn't.
Justice, terrific delivery, no run off it, but yeah, McCullum's not happy. Be interesting. And a few questions McCullum has.
Can I ask you, fellas, not you, Danny, because you didn't bat, but let me ask Bazit, why didn't he swing the bat at that? It was a free hit.
I reckon he was going away from the ball and his weight didn't allow him to swing the bat. He should have.
Okay, let me ask Danny, because I didn't agree with that. Okay, Danny, thanks.
Thank you, Benno.
Swing and a miss again. 18 gone. 159 for 4. Shane Watson. He's picked this up magnificently. Straight over deep mid-wicket for 6. And Watto doesn't enjoy it.
Cannot offer length. It's just the length that Narayan could get under. Either you go full or you go short. That's just length bowling, and Narayan is too good a hitter to miss out.
Yeah, right on cue. Mentioned in the previous over with Anwar Ali. His clever bowling, get the Yorker right, or get the tennis ball bouncer right, or a really good bouncer. But don't allow that to Sunil Narayan.
Narayan is so dangerous. If it's the ball is anywhere near length or short of length, you're right, Baz. It's got to be almost a bouncer to him, or as full as you can get.
They allowed him the free swing of the bat, and once Narayan gets that, we've seen he's so good at those maximums.
Shane Watson leaks runs in the death overs. He's going at over 11. He is good up front. Watto gets a mitt to it. The big hand that stopped that ball from Gurez.
Well done, old boy. Not you, Viv, this guy. Shane Watson. Now he's getting closer to 40 these days, years of age. Yeah, not bad at all. Another day. His youth might have powered up a bit more and dived across. Got there.
You know, those expensive numbers there with Shane Watson, it's only Omar Ali who's more expensive in the death overs. Okay, now how well has he hit this? That's a terrific strike from Gulrez. His first 6 to go with 3 4s.
Exactly why he's so expensive. Doesn't nail the Yorker and just bowls a That one again, a length ball. Yes, he did well. Gurre Sadaf coming down and striking there in the middle, but you're offering length in the 19th over. Gotta go.
Shane Watson's now gone for 44 in 3.4.
Might just be a new ball bowler, I reckon, Watto. Stick to the new one.
Slapped. And it's 6-4.
Hurrah! We love back-to-back maximums in this fabulous format, Bassett Khan. Look at Quetta. He's gone for 50. Rip it up.
Third six of the over, 19 off with one ball remaining. Just the over. Qalandars did it. There was a little bit of a lull, but now it's the storm.
Well, he can only look at himself. It's the length that he's offering that's been hit here. So Shane Watson gets the half century up. That's off his own bowling. Spears it wide and he gets away with it. 1 over to go here. Lahore 178 for 4. Lahore 15 from 10, 1-4, 1-6. And very quickly this partnership with Gulrez were 37. It's the final over and it's Rahat Ali. Narain hits it well enough for 4. Straight past Rahat Ali.
Boundaries throwing. 182 now, Lahore. Maybe looking for that 200. Sarfraz doesn't like it. Again, length ball. Smashed down around. Smoked. He's hit it so hard that nobody catch that. Narayan on fire.
What a great picture. Great picture, the captain. Because they've qualified. That's the other thing you want to throw in the mix. You've qualified. Not saying you're off your game, but you're not quite as edgy.
Yeah, it's the length that Quetta have been bowling that's been punished.
You often go on about this, Wilco, Baz. Tournament T20 stuff. You've qualified. You see, them and Islamabad have definitely qualified for the business end. Now you're playing in a game here that you'd like to finish one. Of course you would, 1 and 2 playoff, we know that. But if you're not quite on the money and on the edge mentally, just slightly off the pace, this is what can happen. Probably a good time for it to happen now rather than in the playoffs.
And the other team doesn't have anything to lose. Pressure's off, so they can hit and go merry, and they've done that.
Umpire Rashid Riaz says wide.
Length ball disappeared. This one a little bit of a shimmy down the ground. Then he went for a short ball and that disappeared as well. Big boundaries at the back end. Just what Qalandars needed after Fakhar Zaman departed. Rahat needs one for his 50.
Now, is that a legal delivery? No response from the umpires. Well, you recall a match here last year when it was Lahore against Quetta. And Quetta had to get over 200. They got them. Riley Rousseau and Kevin Peterson with a fantastic standard. Kevin Peterson hit that white ball, 88 not out. And I think it was 8 sixes. He smashed it all out of this ground into the various rows.
He needed to because he had a run of poor scores. Kevin Peterson. needed that score in that match to lift himself and the team, and did so. It was a wonderful display, that 88.
In that match, Quetta needed 77 from the last 30, and they won it with 7 balls to go. Kevin Peterson's 88 was a 42 ball and smashed it with 8 sixes. You remember that day?
Yeah, we did, because we were on about how he needed to step up. He got a run of scores, poor scores at Dubai. And we came to here and suddenly flicked the switch, and they needed him.
Swing and a miss. Well, 185 was the score that we had from Islamabad last night. And that is equal now to the highest score we've had here in Sharjah. So we've got 1 ball to go. And relative to the carnage we've been seeing, this is not a bad final over. It's only gone for 7. Final ball. Can Narayan get a boundary? He's gone for it. And he's only going to get 1, possibly 2. No, he'll only get the 1. So Lahore Qalandars, they've been put into bat here. And the cornerstone of this innings, a 94 from Fakhar Zaman, 42 from Gulrez not out, and 20 from... Right, let's go downstairs. Zainab's got...
T20 में जब कोई भी बैट्समैन सेट हो जाए तो फिर इनके ओवरों में थोड़ा सा आसान होता है हिट मारना, तो मैं भी वही करता था।
ये बताएं कि आज पावर प्ले के बाहर आपकी इनिंग्स हमें नजर आई कि किस तरह आपने रोटेट किया स्ट्राइक को और लंबा लेके चले, तो जनरली मुश्किल होता है पावर प्ले के बाहर जब फील्डर्स वगैरह जो फील्ड फैल जाती है खेलना।
बिल्कुल, ओपनर के लिए थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि ओपनर्स को ज़्यादा इतना आदत नहीं होती, लेकिन
Nawaz and Hassan, the two powerful left-arm spinners, were not used extensively by Sarfraz. In the previous matches, he would bank on Nawaz's ability to bowl with a new ball. We didn't see that to happen today. And Hassan only used for 1 over. Now the required run rate is 9.35. And so it's going to be a very interesting run chase because Gladiators are a top quality side. Qalandars have done their job with the bat. Can they field properly and bowl them out and win this, the last contest of the HBL PSL? Yeah, Gulrez was pretty good. He's not a known name in this circuit, but I'm sure he's got talent, and if he continues to play innings like that, he'll be making the headlines. 42 of 27. Yeah, smashed them all around. Yeah, they're ready. Sohail Khan, the highest wicket taker in the last year's HBL PSL, is gearing up to deal with a bit of dew. He's got the white cloth tucked at the back. And Shine Afridi, what a roaring success he has been. Tall and quick. Picked up 4 wickets in 2 or 3 overs of 5 runs. Fakhar Zaman collared the opposition with some sterling shots square through the offside and then powerfully building up pressure through those flicks and straight drives that went for 4s and 6s. He's a complete hitter.
He is indeed. He was very attacking in the power play overs, then he throttled back a bit in the middle overs, but was really good at the end. What I also feel will be to the advantage of this Lahore Qalandars team is the fact that they've got Yasir Shah and Sunil Narayan, 2 genuine spin options.
Yeah, top individual scores. He heads the list now. Fakhar Zaman, 94 of 50 balls. Shane Watson, number 2, 90 not out, 58 balls. He's been in good form with both bat and ball. And off air, Sir Vivian Richards was raving about his commitment and how well he prepares himself, a thorough professional. 36 years of age, probably in his last season of T20 League. From here he goes to IPL to play or to have a stint in that league. I don't see him going any further because he openly has admitted that his body is tiring now. Jason Roy plays his first game, fresh from the exploits of New Zealand tour.
Younger in age, but he's got a lot of experience playing at the international level. Jason Roy, Sohail Khan, he will be a good contest for Roy. Jason Roy will have scored 160 recently against New Zealand. I beg your pardon, Australia it was. He's in some good nick.
Yeah, watch out for Sohail Khan's slow delivery. He's got a fantastic deceiving slow ball. It's kind of a wrong one that he bowls. And then he's got the original off-cutter that dips on you. It's a good bowler. Here we go then. On target straight away.
Very good first delivery. That's what you want from your opening bowler. Get a good start to set the tone for the innings. Can't be complacent with the fact that they've scored 186. Target score 187. Got some really good batsmen in this lineup. Kevin Peterson, Riley Russo. If you want to watch the game as well, you can watch it streaming on cricketgateway.com.
Wider on the stumps and gets it to shape away from the right-hander. Top delivery from Sohail Khan.
Yeah. Aggressive shot. No contact. That will always ask the question, especially when there's lateral movement, a little bit of swing away. Both openers will have to take that into consideration. Again, Sohail Khan. Been a genuine wicket taker.
He's just got such a strong action. I love his approach, and I love how strong he is at the delivery stride here. Love that.
Yeah, presenting full face of the blade this time, Shane Watson. He negotiated the outswinger very nicely. I think this pitch is tailor-made for Watson because he's a big driver down the ground, uses his hands or arms more than the wrists.
Well, Ramizi went for plenty. 4 overs, conceding 50 runs, so knows how easy it is to score the seamers. Very good crowd in today, adding to the excitement on the field, especially in this stand.
Well, we've got some huge games coming up. Islamabad have got 2 tough ones. And I know that they're well prepared, but they have Quetta and Karachi to finish. And you know, Rambo, everyone wants to get into that first versus second. On Sunday night in Dubai, the winner of 1 against 2 goes straight through to the final. And of course, the loser has a chance to play the winner of 3 against 4.
Yeah, there's always is that safety cushion if you make it as a top team in the leaderboard. You get to play twice, and so you're still breathing. Yeah, playing a miss. This is turning out to be a very good over from Sohail Khan. Just bowls at that nagging length, and every now and then he'll deceive you with variation. He's got so many toys up his sleeve.
He does, and he bowls a terrific slow ball. He's one of the great disguises of the slow ball. This is what we're looking at here. Peshawar have 2 matches left, and Multan Sultans will be looking at those games.
We were talking him up about how good he has been in this over. Last ball just spoils the fun for all of us, including Sohail Khan. But Watson Loves him there on the pads. 7 without a wicket.
String down the leg side, we've been talking about his impeccable line and length. This time not finding that consistency.
Narayan is gearing up for a stint here with the new ball. Not a bad choice at all. You expect this from Brendan McCullum. His captaincy is aggressive. He's always looking for wickets. It's just a shame that his team hasn't really gone forward under his leadership. Yeah, it's good. Sunil Narayan, 3 for 27 is best. Just managing to adjust the field on the leg side, step so slightly. Oh, that's a quick delivery and well done down the leg side. The keeper has done well.
Yeah, saved his team a couple of runs. Very rare from Sunil Narayan for him to start in this fashion. This was the previous over, the last delivery of that over. Ramiz, I had the chance to speak to Sunil Narayan before the start of this game. And he was very mindful of the great following that this franchise team has. Very disappointed with their performances as a team and not being able to qualify for the playoff.
That's well done. The ball is not spinning a lot, so once you get to the pitch, then it becomes easier. Jason Roy is a heavy hitter. His first glimpse of his in this year's HBL PSL.
Few players are brave enough to use their feet to Sunil Narayan and leave their crease. Jason Roy, well, he's fearless in his approach, imposing himself on this match.
That's the arm delivery that swung back into the stumps.
He really is the most amazing bowler, isn't he? He bowled that super over, even to his good friend Lendl Simmons, who couldn't get it away. And he's just, he shows no emotion whatsoever. He's the most impassive cricketer you could imagine.
HBL box, special players to watch, special cricket. Oh, another in-dipping, in-swinging delivery. 100 plus kph from Sunil Narayan. He's decided not to spin it. 2 deliveries, 2 in-dippers.
Well, he's from Trinidad, so is Darren. What's he doing, Darren?
Maybe sending a message to his captain. Better off using the seam option. Taking the shine off the ball.
Yeah, seam up. Nice seam position. Yeah, it came back. Yeah, once again, quicker. So it's 15 without a wicket after 2 overs. .15 in 2 overs. Oh, that dipped on him. That was well bowled. That's the delivery we were talking about. I think it's the wrong one, the back of the hand delivery that Jason Roy almost missed.
Yes, it's... yeah, you got to blink a couple of times there. controls it well normally.
Yeah, I thought the initial reaction was, oh, it's going to be over the waistline. What is he bowled? And then suddenly the ball dipped on him and he did well to keep it away from the stumps. Another slow ball, it's a flick this time. That's good bowling. So we're seeing a bit of unpredictability from both ends. Sunil Narayan with the seam-up deliveries and Sohail Khan with the slow balls.
Yeah, when I say it strikes me that Narayan's bowling the seamers and Sohail Khan's bowling the spinners.
So Narayan and Sohail Khan from wrong ends.
Tim Robinson, cool and cool. Umpire at square leg. Rashid Riaz, standing umpire at the moment.
Short ball. Oh, didn't get the treatment this time. Watson would be lamenting the fact that the fine leg was up. How could he miss that one?
And just to reflect on the variety shown by Sohail Khan and Sunil Narayan, it's exactly what T20 cricket has brought to a lot of players. Versatility, players being brave to try new things. Sunil Narayan in particular, his current ball, he's developed this fast ball. He can even bowl a bouncer to you as a batsman. Not afraid to try new things.
Slow ball, that's gone over the head of the fielder there. High jump from the square leg fielder, but it did go over the fence on the full.
Mitch McClenaghan it is. He's one of the taller players in this Lahore side. And for a moment, Jason Roy would have felt, hang on a minute here. Good effort in the end.
Slow ball. Long on comes into play. Sunil Narayan does well. Just have a look at this hit from Jason Roy that went to the fence. Almost like a baseball hit. They're making sure that he was in right position. Just following through with one hand, like the baseball players do.
Hey Ramiz, I see you've been in America of late, watching baseball.
No, not really, but I just felt that it did appear like a baseball hit. A home run for him. That's probably the third six that's been hit with one hand. A bouncer to finish the over. 24 without a wicket down. Yasir Shah, leg spinner, is on. Oh, that's pad first, is it? Quicker ball missing.
Gosh, it looked good straight on, didn't it? I think Brendan McCullum indicated the ball was going down. It jagged so sharply and kept low, didn't it?
It did, and skidded on a little bit, just rushed him for pace. Just managed to get the bat down, but I think it was sliding down the leg side.
Oh, that's punished. Flat six. Good batting by Jason Roy.
Most of the top players in T20 cricket don't really commit themselves on the front foot too early. Look at this. He waits, judges the length, and swivels. Wonderful execution. knows that the ball is not going to bounce much because Yasir Shah is quite short. Gets the result he wants.
Oh, direct hit would have been an interesting situation for the fielding side. Is it a case of roles reversed? Watching spinners bowl at Pacer's pace, we're seeing a Pacer bowl like Yasir Shah, talking about Sohail Khan bowling the Googlies. Pepsi catcher Karor, you're in business, boys. Watson and Jason Roy out there, 31-run partnership, 2 and 1, 3 sixes hit so far. It's not working, is it?
No, it's been almost like a rushed over this from Yasir Shah. He's bowled it quickly. It almost looks like he's not quite composed, ready to pull the trigger. And he slipped this one down the leg side as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alan. Not really confident enough to flight the ball. Probably take a little bit of pace off of his deliveries. That to me will work really well on this surface.
Gotta be a little careful here with that shot. I've seen him blunder quite a few bowlers, but I've also seen him get out to this shot. Watson, where he goes back deep in the crease and whacks it in. I think he only looks for a 6 when he's camping on the back foot against a spinner like that. Ball is fizzing through at pace from Yasir Shah. Not prepared to give it a flight. McCullum is out of the first leg.
Well, I think that makes a lot of sense because it's almost redundant there at slip with the way that Yasir Shah's been bowling. Not much is going to go to Brendan McCullum, but he can plug that gap mid-wicket.
Once again, quick and on the shorter side. Yasir bowling at 100 kph. Maybe it's the brief that has been given to the spinners. Just go flat because required rate will put pressure on the batting side, so you don't have to take risks with flighted deliveries. Just go flat and not worry about picking up wickets. His domination against spin is pretty evident. 190 is the strike rate compared to 109. 72 average, magnificent numbers. After 4 overs, 38 without a wicket.
Quetta Gladiators needing 149 runs of 96 deliveries. Still a full complement of wickets in hand. Even Peterson, Riley Russo, powerful batsman in that lineup. Done this twice before, Quetta Gladiators. Chasing big totals to go on to win against this same opposition. Mitch McClenaghan.
So we're going to see the left arm pace of Mitch McClenaghan, the New Zealander. His economy is below 7 in his PSL career.
Oh, that'll do it very nicely. Clean as a whistle.
Well, hello, welcome, Mitch McClenaghan. Jason Roy announcing himself. This guy is very clinical in his stroke play. As straight as you can get. Over pitch, half volley, given the treatment.
Well, Jason Roy now he's in the record books for England. He's got the highest score in a one-day international for England. 180 against Australia at the MCG in January.
It's going at a strike rate of 180. But his balance is so good when he's hitting that 4 or a 6. And these are little things that some of these younger Pakistani batsmen, the local talent, can have a look at. How they set up for a big 6 or a big shot. The bat stays pretty firm in the hands. This strong follow through.
Yeah, quick single. I also think Ramiz, he's got the appetite as well to score big. 40-20 centuries to Jason Roy. So apart from his skill and technique, he's got the temperament to score lots of runs, which must go hand in hand with technique.
Hasn't forgotten the value of rotation of strike. 3 6s and 4 for Jason Roy is into the 30s. Nadeem Omar, the owner of Quetta Gladiators, the blue suit, blue jeans, yeah, thumbs up. He's a good guy, nice fella. At times you don't need to hit the ball hard, just a subtle flick round the corner can do the job. As he saved a 4.
Well, I think the umpires might want to look at this again. That's not the best delivery from Mitch McClenaghan because his fine leg is up. Sohail Khan now, he's gone up the tourist route here. Now, he pushes those boundary cushions out of the way with his legs, and I think had they been in the right way, he's done well there, but hang on, he's lifted them up. Would the ball have gone onto them?
I don't know that double thumbs up means whether he stopped the ball or whether that's a boundary.
Well, let's just make the rules up as we go along.
But he's confident. He thinks he's saved a 4.
It's a good piece of fielding in the end, but I think the third umpire is going to look at this. I think they're trying to establish whether, when that boundary cushion lifted, in the act of his feet pushing them away, now they lifted and the ball rolled towards it. Have a look here. Okay, so he saves it well. That's a brilliant piece of fielding. He hooks the ball inside. Now, his momentum has taken those cushions out of the way. I think that ball would have gone against the cushions. That HBL cushion right there. Now, I still don't think it's touched them. So it's not a 4.
It's double thumbs up. Mid off. Brendan McCullum is still pretty swift.
The one phase of the game that this Quetta Gladiators team will want to focus on is the power play overs. They're a very good team batting through the middle overs. They scored close at 7.9 runs per over, in over 7 to 15. Need a good power play score.
Oh, how good is that? That's stylish. And Gladiators have raised their 50 with that beautiful flick from Jason Roy. They're checking whether it's a 4 or a 6. Well, it was easily done. Strong wrists. Once again, wrong line from one of the bases of Gladiators. It's a boundary. I think it went over the line after it pitched before the boundary cushion. 50 comes up, 52 without a wicket after 5.
Oh, well, it's nice. It's almost the view we've got. HBL Spider Cam there, and we are right next to the action. Big Dan and Baz with me, and we're on the boundary rope, or thereabouts, and we're going to take in the atmosphere in this electric run chase that has got off to a terrific start. The Gladiators, 52, no loss, and this is the last over of the power play.
And it's Shaheen Shah Afridi, the fifer man from Dubai Bears.
There we go.
Where is he? He's he's up there. PJ. He's right up there. See who?
He can't see us. He's not too good with his
No, I
lights.
just saw him wave. There he is. Look, he's waving. Big fella. They always put him the furthest point away from everyone. Oh, he's bowled. He's gone. The youngster's got it. The 17-year-old Shaheen. And it is Shane Watson.
Big wicket. Quetta opens it really up the ante. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Yeah, Danny mentioned that fight, but this one just skidded on. Was short enough to pull, but it's gone quickly on and beating for pace. Maybe stayed a little low, but it's just beat Shane Watson for pace. Goes on a celebration.
And what number ball was it? Unlucky Watto. 13th ball, he's gone for a dozen. It is now 52 for 1.
Kevin Peterson is out there now, number 3 for the Gladiators, and we can all go back to HBL PSL 2 when Gladiators, I obviously wasn't here, but spoken a lot about the 80 he got on 48 balls, chasing down 200, and he was whacking them everywhere.
Yeah,
so
stunning night.
Lahore scores 200 and they got chased down. Immediately works it off his pads. You just don't bowl there.
And he needed it. Peterson needed that. As I say, I mentioned on comms with Wilco that he needed that little uppercut to get going because he had a run of low scores. This cross seam, left arm around the wicket, skidding in, honing in. Love him to pieces.
Oh, he's so good. He's got a real twinkle in his eyes, a determined look. Can't believe he's 17, though.
He loves the big stage. Just even talking to him, he says, this is what I want to do and what I cherish.
Well, I think one of the moments for me was when he got his, what was it, 5 for 4, and he got Shade Afridi out, who debuted in 96. He was born in 2000, and he was going to give him a bit of what for, a bit of hurry, and then he went, respect, respect. It was a beautiful, it was the youngster respecting the old guy. It's a bit like Danny.
Danny Morrison would
You just want to give it to him, don't you? And then we go, oh, Danny, respect. Then we look at these jackets, we go, respect.
Goal.
Yeah. Oh, he's got hair. Oh no, that's no good. Oh, that's terrible. And it's come flying in from the outfield. It was worked down to third man. Oh, there he is. Look, 17, tough.
Still smiling?
Just a bit of a brandy.
Just to wake him up.
Watch this. This
McClenaghan.
is not going to tickle. Oh, ouch.
The old rib tickler from behind.
Poor throw by
Kiwi.
Yeah, naughty.
Oh, dear.
Just a little wake up. Hit with it.
All right, let's reenact it here, right, Dan? Let's pretend, right? The ball's coming in. Ready?
Yeah,
ready?
go
ready?
for
ready?
it.
Ready?
Go for it.
And oh, how'd that feel?
Great.
Yeah. Oh, he's dropped it. Cotton bowl, Kevin Peterson. Gone down. It was a toughie. 54 for 1.
Jacket padding. Padded jacket. Literally.
Nice one, though.
Sorry, Baz, we'll let you in a sec.
Yeah, I really wanted that.
Oh.
Step back. Step back, couldn't get down. Would have been nice to take that. Oh, KP gone.
So Narayan back into the attack. He's bowled 1 over, went for 8. And the catch has just gone down. It was a tough caught bowl. The Roy continues, but it was a tough chance, always is.
Yeah, follow through, it's always difficult. But you gotta blame McClanagan for that.
Yes.
Kiwis cost him the wicket.
Gold.
Yeah, he had the branding, wasn't he? He was stiff in the back. Oh, he's dragged that across. It would have been a wide for sure. It hasn't, like Hales, Roy's got himself going.
Slaps Peterson. He's got a chance there, but he's talked about hanging his boots.
Yeah.
And probably last few games that he'll play. You know him better than most on the golf course. He's very competitive, but he probably wants to go out with a big bang.
Yeah, look, he does. And unfortunately for Quetta Gladiators, him, Watson, Russo, they're not going to Pakistan. So they're qualified and they're moving on to the finals. Unfortunately, KP's not going to be there, so he finishes up here
UAE.
in UAE, and he wants to finish in the biggest possible way. He's a big match player. He's been a competitor his whole life, and I agree with you. Like, to steer the ship home in a big run chase, fantastic. Straight to the man.
Yeah, you mentioned Hales, and now Roy getting into the thick of it. So they've been on the road, they've been in Australia, they've been in New Zealand. They come back, and just shows you when you've been in the environment, you're constantly playing, netting, the whole thing. Just keeps you beautifully in the groove.
Yeah.
Get off a plane, long flight, sure, but still, you've been playing and out in the middle doing it.
Said it yesterday though, it can be really hard, and you probably felt it down when you were bowling, just hitting new conditions, getting it right straight up, getting the length and a rhythm, and even though you've been playing, like just the surfaces here to bat on are different.
Very.
Oh, big shout, Narayan. Oh, the finger goes up. Finger goes up. Kevin Peterson at the other end saying, well, he's hit that. And we will have a challenge. I'm sure KB's going to say, if he hasn't already, we're going to go and check it out.
And of course, they play for Surrey together, so the Surrey bros, as it were. Straight upstairs, that's all good. So come down to the end-on stuff. Here we go. Outside the line, maybe?
Well, he hasn't hit it, but outside the line is maybe what I'm thinking of as.
Maybe, but the umpire's giving it out, so...
Yeah. It's going
umpire's
against
call
him.
will go
Umpire's
against him.
call.
Yeah. But how good is Narayan? He's bowled 3 knuckle balls and then the off spinner.
Get the shower running in the dressing room for Jace, you reckon?
Yeah, well, might take a while for the hot water to come through, so turn it on now, you reckon, Dan.
Get it ready.
It's like my bathroom at the hotel.
Oh, isn't it?
Oh, you got to get it going early.
And you love it.
And I just pretend I've got another duck. Here we go, he's out, he's gone, it's going to stay out. And it all comes down to the impact.
Yeah, hitting wickets. And Rashid, you stay with your original decision out.
Once he's given it out, it's always going to stay there with the umpire's call. Was close, but no cigar. Roy, he's gone for 36, 56 for 2.
So Ramesh Raja Jr. is out there now, and he's going to try and team up with Kevin Peterson in an aggressive fashion. It needs to be. They need 10 runs and over from here. They've got the batting conditions to do so, as well as the confidence of the victories of late, and they're a powerful side. But you've got to hand it to Lahore. They'll be feeling pretty good because you've got an informed Roy, obviously. He's now gone. Watson has contributed so heavily with the bat. He's gone. So little by little.
And it's been interesting. Last night and tonight, winning the toss and bowling first. I don't know if that's the way to go. I don't think due factor is playing anything.
Working across that one.
Oh, wow.
He loves that onside, doesn't he? The high percentage there. Gets across the stumps. Plays with ultimate confidence all the time, KP. Yeah, that's to be admired, but such a flourish. All his shots. Big game. And now he's required. He's got to go big.
Huge. That was amazing. I know we've been on it about it a couple of times. That chasing down
Last
200.
year.
Oh, it was just gold. Absolute gold. Just, as you say, the big match player, the control he had, coming off a run of low scores, he had to be there and make it count. Getting 200 as a team total, big.
You're going to... It's incredible the energy that you get from, you know, when Fucker was going. That innings, it just drags you in and you're just mesmerised by the shots. Here's another look at the impact zone being umpire's call. So part of the ball hitting in line, part of it not. That's why it's umpire's call. So if it was not out, it would have remained not out. The fact that the finger went up, it was out.
We talk about getting into the zone as a batsman or getting on a roll. That innings, Danny, if you remember, his last 6 or 7 sixes came within 10 or 12 balls. He was so good at clearing the boundary.
And make up. The old thing of suddenly playing catch up and being able to do it in this format when you've got in and given yourself a chance to get in. From Peterson's perspective, he was nicely set and then he could just unleash.
Yeah, 39 off the last 9 balls.
Oh.
It's miraculous batting, isn't it? Yeah, that's a moment that you may... Well, he won't have it again, maybe tonight, but... You think of the pursuit of Multan, and that may be a little bit of a glimmer when the big fella was going. That's what he needed to do.
Yeah, kick on and finish it.
Yeah.
The other KP, or the real KP.
Usual release, rolling either side of the ball is so clever.
It's fascinating when it does come out. It's sort of like undercut sometimes, and then you feel it comes out. The Caron type ball, they flick it out the front.
Yeah.
He's got such great variety and control over it. Oh.
He's unique, isn't he? There's not many that have that sort of trade. There he goes, the big boy! Well, fast this one going! On the roof!
Taxi! Let's get in there! Bassett Khan!
Taxi back to Dubai!
It's already there. Talk about unique. Now, Ryan might be unique. It might be a carom ball, but it's out of here.
Well, that is the golf swing. He loves his golf. And he's incorporated the golf swing into that cricket shot. That has gone a million miles.
Now, time to celebrate.
Come on, Dan.
Get up there. They're all boogieing in the box. Go!
HBL box go. Yeah, no, that's a spectacular strike. And he's always saying, oh, they're so short, the boundaries here, so short. Well, he made them look short there.
Correct there.
Now we're calling for another ball. So we'll have another look. Why are we getting another white cherry out there?
And thank God it's quite late here in Sharjah, because when we came in, that would have hit somebody's roof.
Well,
you know, could have taken off with it. Lover's souvenir, wouldn't it? Not signed by Kid, but they came back and they might be able to get it signed.
Always trying to get a ball that was similar to that last one. It's always intriguing because they always look a lot newer.
But that ball right now would have bounced on the road, so I don't know how similar.
No. That's why you look at McCullum in there. Think of it. Let's have a look. Let's just check this out. Can we get something that's really soft and old?
What's happened to the umpire? He's pulled a hammy.
This is Tim Robinson.
What's going on? He's getting a little bit of work done. KP's over there checking out the ball that's going to be used. Bit of a chat with Brendan.
I wonder if it was when he was getting out of the way, when that ball was hit back at Yasser Shah, he went for the duck and roll. One of the turned himself, twisted badly.
Yeah, not jibbing enough.
No,
He's not jibbing enough, is he, Danny?
Jimming.
Yeah, he needs to go to the gym
I
like
think
you.
say he was jibbing.
Do you go to the gym much these days, Baz?
Not much, no. This is always hawked by Danny Morrison, hanging, boxing.
Hanging with a selfie.
I try to. I just think there are other more natural activities rather than going to that artificial gym and to keep yourself busy.
Sunbathing.
Having
Having
the
sunbathing.
things, you know, walking and things. Like riding, yeah. Riding's, I like riding.
You haven't found any natural activities around? No?
Didn't bring my bike with me, so riding's an issue.
Jonty used to go surfing here a bit. Jonty
Where?
Roads, yeah, you can.
Where are the
Those
waves?
artificial waves you can go down.
The umpire's
Man-made.
gone.
Oh, hello. Timbo's no good.
What has happened there?
What's going on here?
That's no good. He's done a leg, a knee or something. Well, I haven't seen an umpire come off for a on-field injury.
Hey, you gotta harden up, Chief. I thought you were from Knots. Come on.
Just try and find out what part of the leg is, Dan. You obviously know him very well.
I'll ask him now, eh?
Go and ask him.
Timbo! Timmy! What's happened? Calf? Gone to the calf.
What part of the body?
Hammy!
All right, well, we're back into it now. We've got the third umpire out there officiating and Kevin Peterson lining up again. And he's bowled. He is bowled, so it's one of those situations you have a long delay, he's just pumped one out of the ground. It's like taking a galoot low strategic time or a drinks break, isn't it?
Precisely, yeah, that's exactly
It's just
right.
you lose the wind in the sails.
Yeah, rose the rhythm and big wicket, huge wicket for Lahore and they spun back sharply. Narayan has been fantastic all PSL. Gets another one. Kevin Peterson goes out. Is that the hope of Quetta? Glad it is gone. 11, 69 for 3.
So, Ali Russo is out there and holds a pretty good strike rate throughout, 34 runs. He's got 230s, there's no 50s, so he will need his best score today. It's 37 to date, and they still need 118 runs of 69 balls remaining. And they've got to get through Narayan. He's trouble, isn't he? He's just so clever.
2.4, And you're right, in a way you just want to see him off. Maybe you just have to. Because Kev had pumped him over mid-wicket. Now he's looking to get on the other side and run him through the offside, which is always asking for trouble against Soon on the right.
Yeah, they're not really picking him. I think it's a carom ball again, and there's a bit of an under edge. Yeah, but causing all sorts now, right?
Yeah, it's just that flick of either side. And you're talking about the cannonball, Dan. That was the one that got hit for 6. And then he bowls the big offie. The next ball to KP, and it actually turned quite a bit, but it skidded with it as well. So he's got one remaining. He's got figures 2 for 18. It's 70 for 3 now. 186 for 4. Lahore were fantastic on the back of Bakar Zaman. 94 from 50. And he was trying to bring up the 100 with a 6 and got caught down on the fence. And it's now 70 for 3. So it's going to take a lot of batting from here. Now we've just lost an umpire.
Tim Robinson.
We're trying to find out what happened to Tim. He's pulled a hamstring. His left hammy's gone, and we're just wondering whether this movement was just a little bit too ballistic for the left hammy.
And then you see, he goes there, and I don't know, that sharp twist. He's generally quite a fit old boy, Timothy Robinson. But he's not good there.
No, it's bizarre, isn't it? You don't see that. Here's Shah.
We did ask what was going on. And I've seen a bit of Tim in the Under-19 World Cup, saying in New Zealand, and yeah, gets around.
You need demerit points, Danny, don't you, after that? A lot of sledging going on.
It's not often you get injured and you get sledged on the way. It's only because Dan knows him very well and knew that he could... Oh, he's gone down hard. It's gone sliced over the point area. And they'll come back for 2. We weren't sort of laughing at him, Dan, were we?
You were sledging him, though, weren't you?
I was just
having a
politely
stern
asking.
word.
Just asking.
There you go. He's not looking at you, he's not interested, but Danny's so insistent that he answers.
This is curious. Curious.
No, I don't think it was very nice, Dan. It was hobbling off.
You think the Channel 9 commentators?
I think Ricky might have
Yesteryear.
had a few weeks off.
Mr. Chappell. Which Mr. Chappell? Yes.
It's been hit firmly. Hicks, it's amazing how it just slows up all of a sudden. A couple of wickets. And now that run rate required is really creeping up. It's up around 11.
And you can feel it all around the ground as well. The intensity goes, it's sort of mellow now, very calm.
Yes.
When Peterson hit that 6, it was all going up.
You see Rummies is back. I reckon he's had that for 3 years. Rummies Raja's back.
Raja Jr.?
Well, it might have been the senior's bat, actually.
It gave it to him.
As it goes very high in the air. It's not got the distance. Didn't have the legs, never did. Came out of the middle, sort of, but went too high.
That favourite old bat needs some more air in it, Baz.
Yeah, never was close enough to actually get the power. And he tried dragging it over long gone, but it's just gone skyward. Shortened the length, and it was never quite close enough to really give it some. And another catch. So the spinner's doing a job.
There he goes.
Usman takes the catch, and there you go.
45 for 4.
Wait, ooh.
Rivers out there, and he joins Russo. 1 for 25. Yasser Shah, and a big celebration. As we've seen, we've had some unique celebrations from the bowlers when they take wickets. And that'll be the final ball of his third over. And it's all of a sudden a bit of a struggle for the Gladiators in this run chase. 76 for 4, and we'll close it down from the sideline.
So Quetta Gladiators need 111 runs from 60 deliveries. Quetta Gladiators 76 for 4 in reply to Calanda's 186 for 4. A long way away from a win here.
Well, the asking rate is over 11 and over now. 111 runs required from 60. 10 overs to go. And it's Mitch McClenaghan. His first over cost him 14. Feel that with quite a few big guns gone for Quetta, this really is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, Brendan McCullum must take some credit here. He's rung in the changes with his bowlers. He's on the wickets up. 4 wickets to go. This was Ramiz Raja. Attempting the big shot, just got elevation and didn't get the distance. But they've done well as a unit. Batted well. No, very good in the second half of this match.
Yes, it's up to, the problem is now for Quetta is that they've got 2 new batsmen at the crease. Amar Ali's just come in. Riley Rousseau's just faced 8 balls, so they're regrouping and restarting.
You don't want to badmouth Quetta Gladiators because they've worked extremely hard to be in the playoffs, but we know that in T20 you can lose the flow very quickly. And just before entering the big arena, you'd want to be looking after all the bases and not be casual and careless about your out cricket. Credit to Calandas, because they're matching one of the better sides ball for ball. In fact, they've been better tonight against them.
I just wondered when Mitch McClenaghan might have come round the wicket. He does come round the wicket a lot in his T20 outings. Amar Ali is not the world's worst bat. He's at the non-strikers end here. He's got a century in first-class cricket and 8 first-class 50s. Hoga Saaf, Pakistan. A cleaner, greener Pakistan. Ramiz.
Shukriya, Wilco, well said.
Dhanyavad.
Are they heavily dependent on Shane Watson? We saw when Sangha failed, the entire team failed with the bat. Right, he has 26.63% of the runs for Quetta Gladiators. He has batted so well. Luke Ronchi amongst the runs as well.
But yeah, those are the top scorers for each of the franchises. So when one of you, 1, 2 or 3 gets big runs, the team does well. Luke Ronchi is batting irrepressibly for Islamabad, Babar Azam for Karachi, Sangakkara began with a blaze of runs, just dried up a little bit against a couple of slow left arm spin. Brendan McCullum, yeah, and Multan had started to lose their mojo a little bit when Sangha wasn't getting the runs, and Mohammad Hafiz for the Zalmi 225. So Watto didn't get runs tonight.
So the chances to win have decreased by 24%.
Thank you very much. That man there, the mathematician. 11 gone, 83 for 4. Safraz Ahmed still to come. Mohammad Nawaz. Yasir Shah. Oh, that's worth a shout. Yes, it is. The umpire showed Raza's not been standing for long because Tim Robinson's off, but he's made the decision and it's been reviewed.
Yeah, that's a good call. On looking at this first up, I think the umpire, Raza, he's got it right. This looks like it pitches in line and straightens a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see the leg stop there, so it definitely pitches in line. That should be given.
Where did it pitch? I think that's the only query that needs to be answered. Otherwise, it looks pretty plumb. It just gone. Good night. Bye-bye.
Very competent appeal, but is there a little spike on there? Has that ball just brushed the bat?
Yes, absolutely, it has. Ultra Edge is showing a bit of a spike. That's a not out, well read by the Ultra Edge.
Yeah, it's so difficult, those feather touches. So Riley Rousseau survives. It's gone big, man underneath it, can only watch it. Anton Devcic is the fielder out there.
Well, you need a lot more like this. Required rate over 11 now. Riley Rousseau still has batting to come. This was a good shot, hitting with the spin. Just picked it up, kept his eyes on the ball as well.
It's a remarkable transformation for Riley Rousseau. From being given out of the very next ball, he smokes it for a 6. Oh, and then a stumping chance. Hit him on the shoulder. It did bounce more than your normal leg spinning delivery, but Yasir Shah has got this ability to tweak the ball and spin it a mile.
Ooh, on the point of the shoulder. No, it's hit him right on the point of the shoulder.
To the line, Yasir Shah. 3 wickets between them. Spinners being used to good effect. A little bit worrying. Safraz didn't use Mohammad Nawaz. Only bowled 3 overs. Brendan McCullum calling right, using his bowlers.
Doesn't bowl a lot of wrong uns, Yasir.
Hasn't caught hold of this. Devcic, great effort by Anton Devcic. It was always going to be a stretch.
Yeah, marvellous try. Because he had to run in and then dive full length. Never an easy catch when you're diving, full leg forward. It was a big miscue from Anwar Ali and almost got underneath the ball. It was a brilliant, brilliant effort.
Now this time it's gone straight up in the air. Who wants it? It's Shaheen Shah Afridi. We've got a head wobble from Yasir Shah, and he only does that when he takes a wicket.
Well, he deserves it. Yasir Shah, he's bowled some really good deliveries. Always very difficult to put away the slow bowlers with turn on it as well. Hitting across the line, top edge. A safe pair of hands from the youngster, Afridi. What a celebration.
So the shakes for Yasir Shah. Anwar Ali's gone for 4. Gladiators 92 for 5. .92 for 5. The captain is in, Safraz Ahmed, and we're going to go downstairs to Zainab.
Well, I'm here with Jason Roy, who's coming in the back of some great form, considering he made that 180 at the MCG last year. Jason, you've changed boats basically because you're playing against the team that you are part of.
Yeah, fortunately got a crack by Quetta. It's nice to be on board with such a good team. Nice to come in at the top of the league as well. After not playing any games. So we've got a lot of work to do here tonight to get a win, but the boys are looking confident.
How was it batting with the likes of KP and Watson?
Yeah, they're legends of the game, obviously. Learned quite a bit from Kevin when he was at Surrey with me. And first time playing with Shane, so it's good to get to know someone like him, someone who's done it and been there at the top.
And what about the playing conditions today? I mean, is it easy to bat on or...?
Yeah, it's a beautiful pitch. It's a little bit low, but it's skidding on. It's skidding on really nice. It was a weird one. I was happy to get a few good shots away and get some confidence for tomorrow's game, but it wasn't a match-winning knock, so you're always disappointed when that happens.
Any particular reason why Safraz is coming down the order, like batting-wise?
I'll have to ask him after the game, to be honest. He hasn't actually. I haven't noticed that. I think we kind of went in with a little bit more firepower to maybe get the run rate back up, but there's no rush. I think the comparison an over ago we were ahead. We've lost a bit too many wickets, I think. So
happy to be leading the charts.
Yeah, exactly. Happy to be. I think we're second, aren't we? We're second. So happy to leading it even after not playing any games.
All right, thank you so much, Jason. Have fun in this PSL, and it's back to the commentary box.
It's a good hit. It's a good hit, and it's enough for 6. Signal from the dugout as well.
Yeah, the charge is on, irrespective of whether the wickets are going down as well, but they've decided that we're going to go with guns blazing. I think that's gone and hit the fence on the full.
Hit it directly on the L.
Yeah, I think it's a 6.
Looks like it's hit the cushion directly. If it is, it's 6. If it's... it's 6. It is 6. But that run rate still is a daunting 11.5 and over. Riley Rousseau's got the guns. He hits hard. 100 up. Here's our truck. Splendid.
Yeah, the wickets and loss of wickets definitely hurt Quetta Gladiators. Too many wickets too early. This was the last one. Playing across the line, taking too many risks, paying the price for it. And Morali prompts the celebration from the man.
What have you got here? The required rate of 11.73 HBL PSL ticket sales in Pakistan. You can book your tickets for Lahore and Karachi. Yes, the show will be in your respective towns very, very soon. Final at Karachi and 2 playoffs at Lahore.
Shot! What a shot this is! That's gone about 5 rows back into the stands.
Is this the shot of the match? Oh, in his arc, and he hit it so hard, just cleared the front leg, and boom, it went for a big 6. Aheen Shah Afridi being taken to the cleaners in this over 15 runs league so far. 2 sixes.
He'll have to play an innings very similar to what we saw from Karam Pollard yesterday. Lots of boundaries required in this equation. Get them close to the line. They will be thinking about run rate as well. Position at number 2, but you just never could tell. They need to show the intent.
It's gone again. Steep learning curve this for young Shaheen Shah Afridi. And it's the end of the 13th, 108 for 5. Riley Rousseau is giving the Quetta Gladiators some hope here. He's got 30 from 18, which translates into a strike rate of 166. He's hit 3 sixes, hasn't hit a 4 yet. He's got the perfect man at foil.
Returning back to Pakistan is huge for cricket fans like me. I'm pretty excited.
Hey guys, this is Nabila Latif and I'm very excited that PSL is finally coming to Pakistan. I'll be supporting Islamabad United and I really hope that they win the cup.
Now, how well has he hit this? He's got his 4th. That's 4 sixes for Riley Rousseau.
Is that the replay of the first one that he hit off Shaheen Afridi, or the second 6 of the over? 69-meter 6.
Look at that strike rate from Riley Rousseau. 189. Dealing in 6s. 19 balls for 36 so far in this innings.
Oh, that's a stretch. That is a stretch, and he's going to get another. Well, he's dealing only in 6s here.
Yeah, the run rate is dropping very, very fast now. It's almost 10 from 13 or 14. It has dropped down, taken a big steep dip. The slow ball taken care of. Smacked for 6.
South African to South African. Russo knows a lot about Mitch McClenaghan and exactly what he does. Using that knowledge.
The end of the Goludlo strategic timeout. Right, let's play. The Goludlo strategic timeout is up, and unfortunately for Quetta, Riley Rousseau's gone. Mohamed Nawaz is the new batsman. Mitch McClenaghan. Well, he'd taken some blows, and he delivered one himself.
Before that wicket, that required rate was going down. So Riley Rousseau. With his departure, it will be an uphill battle. The two new batsmen. Changing the angle a bit. Mitch McClenaghan. The perfect result for him.
Bowled. Little bit of shape there for the Kiwi. End of the over. 14 gone, 120 for 6.
He's got an over left, Sunil Narayan. Did reasonably well with the new ball. Let's see whether he can get it to spin a bit. Always at the batsman. He targets the stumps.
Just want to ask Darren here, because Sunil Narayan, Trinidad, here's Mohamed Nawaz, left-handed, he'll love bowling to him. Darren, you're a Trinidad man, former captain of Trinidad and the West Indies. Does Narayan have this mystery in the Caribbean?
Maybe the Caribbean, but not in Trinidad. He's played a lot of cricket at the domestic level in Trinidad. A lot of the players are accustomed to his variety. They don't only play hardball cricket, plays a lot of softball cricket as well, which is more amateur cricket. Lots of people who don't really play the game competitively, so you're aware of all his variety. So to answer your question, not so effective in Trinidad, but the wider Caribbean and globally as well.
Well, yes, we've seen it performing in the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, and of course the Indian Premier League. Don't forget cricketgateway.pk in Pakistan, cricketgateway.com around the world. Cricket Jim for the highlights. Sarfraz, 3 from 3. Plays that shot well.
There's been a fair amount of debate about the dew factor in this Surrendrain. Bowling into the 15th over. Not seen him use any drying agent at all. That's something that doesn't really exist at this time. It's a lot warmer. So again, confirmation remains that it might be a good option to bat first, as we saw with Islamabad United, and here again with Lahore.
Yeah, seems to be the perfect way to do it. Come the month of March, and you'll see this dew factor coming into play, and captains making a call on what to do at the time of the toss. You've got to factor in dew now from here till the first play off. That's batted for a single, and after 15, 124 for 6.
Fans are like loving it here. Sharjah, local time 11:20 p.m. here in Sharjah. Here's McClenaghan. Nawaz, Ahmed the crease, and just a quiet little 12.8 runs per over required. 62 from 29.
Yeah, Russo, while he was out there, was bringing that down. But amazing how it shifts again. And McClenaghan, it's been expensive, but he gets the big wicket of Russo, who was clunking them everywhere. So Ahmed, he's come in late in the piece. And Nawaz, he's only been there for 7 balls as well. So it's a mighty task.
Nawaz has the ability to strike it big though, but you're looking at Sarfraz Ahmed to guide this home. Yeah, and he starts with a boundary, just backs away. Short one, mid-on in the circle, so he's hit it right back. Flat batted it.
Yeah, really good strike. Yeah, had mid-on up as well, so identifying where the fielders were and weren't. As much as there was a mighty effort to try and stop this, he got hold of it, didn't he? Another one of those baseball-style shots.
Coming around now. So more and more from the left-arm quicks, particularly in this environment where the pitches have got simply better and better and sliding on so much easier to hit through the line.
I was a bit worried in the first instance here because I just thought the slowness or the too-paced nature of the pitch didn't really run in line with how it looked, and I'm sure the batsman felt that too. It looked like it should come on, exactly what we're seeing now. So a week and a big difference.
Yeah, more pace on the ball. Yeah, and Slats, hats off, because without being too negative about it, last season, season 2, the pitches were a little bit slow, and then they got so much cricket on them. It was very difficult for the ground staff to put up with so much cricket going on in the summer that had been on, and then into the PSL. Wasn't it bad? And the spin that took here and at Dubai, not quite as much this season.
And funny you say that. We've come back here, Sharjah, after a few days, and he's got time to prepare these pitches. And also the fact that there's been a lot of sunshine, which the groundman is used to preparing pitches under sunshine, so it's gone better. Tomorrow we've got Peshawar Zalmi versus Karachi Kings. If Peshawar lose, they're out of the race.
Yeah, they sure are. And there's a little agricultural heave to third man.
Yeah, they're the frustration shots for the fielding side, and you can't do anything for it. You're swinging hard, and it flies where a second slip would be, over the top, 4 runs.
And the field is set deep on the leg side, so short pitch bowling is the order of the day, but that one just doesn't go according to plan.
Back over and he's mixing and matching here, McClanagan. Oh, bit of zip through, misses out here, Nawaz. 16 done, it's 134 for 6. McCullum busy tweaking the field. Sohail Khan is back on. So he's got man at mid-wicket on the fence. Long on's there. Fine legs up. And he's got long off, third man, and extra cover on the fence. Plugging what he hopes will help. Stem the big boundaries. Wants to cut off 4s and 6s. Oh, you're kidding me! Devsich! Holy heck!
Can't cut off the boundaries there. With fielding like that. That's what he's bowled full. He's thought, okay, I've got away with that, just one off, and no.
Says it all. Wait till next week for this one, Sarfraz. Well, he's got to 14. He's striking at 155, the skipper. What has he got left in these death overs?
Yeah, he's a little dynamite, isn't he? He plays some big shots. He'll be looking to crack that one to cow corner over the top. If he gets the length down the ground is another option for him. He's want to press too hard in one direction or the other. We saw Fakar sit nicely. He gave himself an open stand so he could go all the way around the ground. But he wasn't. He was waiting for the short ball as much as the full ball. That's what's to come. And Hamza. Still a run rate required of 13.
Charge of the Light Brigade. Oh, smart bowling. Loved it. There's the tennis ball bouncer that just never arrives. But they pinch a little by.
So we're going down to the Uber race. Tim Robertson's ready to go. Oh, sorry, it's not Tim. He's got some ice on the hammy. Go, son. We've got the turbocharged Uber today. So this fella, he's just got no show whatsoever.
Yeah, good luck, Chief. Unlucky.
Well, you just hope for the little 4-cylinder, don't you? But, you know, that's the twin turbo, baby.
So you pick out, before you start, you pull it out of a hat. What you're going to get to running with. A good slower ball.
It bowls quite a lot of slow deliveries. That slow bouncer you talked about, Danny. And appreciably slower. 32 kph, so really slows it up. Back of the hand. It's almost like a googly.
Nicely worked to the onside. I think coming back to the pitch, what'll be interesting, the next 2 days we've got double headers. So we'll go back to the pitch we used yesterday, and there's got 2 games on it. And then we'll come back to this one for the next day, 2 games on it. Just wonder if it'll slow up or it'll carry the pace.
Have a seam up, cross seam. Then you get before that the real slow one out of the back of the hand. You've got to have this bag of tricks, modern day cricket and T20. Captain gives it a heave. Safra's going to hold on to the strike. It's 143 for 6. Changing of the blades. Modern day batters. Get about 5 or 6 on them. Quite comfortably.
I saw the Gladiator out the back. Mate, he was leaning against the wall, not feeling great. It's a coolish night too, but gee, he looked parched. He was under the weather.
Great conditions.
It's all that muscle mass that he has.
Well, it is. Mate, that's big hours in the gym to get those. Just ask Dan. I mean, it's hours on hours on hours.
Rat bags. Yeah, flabs, not abs anymore, but there you go. We've crossed that 50 threshold. 50. Yeah, right. Anyway, we've got 3 to go. We've got 18 balls. We've got 44 required. McCullum is as busy as ever. Any captain is in the death overs, trying to hold things. Shaheen. Yeah, it's all right. I reckon it's inside it. Just to guide that for the umps. But he did go outside the leg stump, the skipper, and give himself room.
Quetta not being fancied there, just 7%. But Sarfraz will have a say in that. Shaheen Shah Afridi is trusted by McCullum in the final overs. That's very good. You have so much run in a 17-year-old. Just get the ball to reverse.
Missed his mark there. Didn't get the Yorker right there, young Shaheen.
No, he bustled in, didn't he? And then dished up something that deserved to go. Just need bat on ball here. You've got some pace to work with. Slap it. And all the way it goes. So that's handy. 14.25 and over. So 2 balls and that's 6. So got to keep motoring. This needs to be a massive over for the Gladiators. And the man to do it is Ahmed. It's only a little bloke, but gee, so pocket rocket.
Yeah, and it started off well. 6 off the first couple. Now there's discussion with the senior pros. Yeah, but Baz, I like what McCullum has done in terms of backing the youngster. We go on about this a lot. It's the future stars. It's the platform for youth to come through in these T20 franchise global leagues. So here's an opportunity for Shaheen. He got 5 for. Yeah, of course it changes. That's life. It's up and down. But here's another opportunity to grow and mature and get more experience bowling at this business end of an innings up against some useful talent.
And it changes the field completely. Fine leg and square leg go back, third man comes in, so maybe he'll just bowl back of length now because there wasn't a lot of reverse when he went full. And he missed his mark and went for 6.
Staying round to Safraz. Follows him nicely. Another 150 has come up here for the Gladiators.
Well, the previous field was all about bowling Yorkers outside off stump and giving you cover through the offside. So now he's changed the angle. He's given all the cover to the onside. Everyone's up on the off, bar a deep cover or deep forward point. And he's just saying, bang it in to leg stump, middle and leg.
Yeah, he wanted to, wasn't he? He was hustling for that. He says, look, I need the strike. Nawaz, get the hustle on. This penetrative eagle eyes. Hunting up. Next victim. Left arm round to the left hand of Nawaz. No wide, no tickle. Another dot.
Yeah, and the dots hurt, don't they? They really do hurt the Gladiators. This is the 18th over, 2 after this. And run rate just going up, ban up, ban up. You need the power hitter in there now. You've got to have some sort of roll on. And Ahmed can't afford to be at the non-striker because he's got the strike rate of 164.
Nawaz likes going leg side, square leg mid-wicket, but with the angle, it'll be difficult for him to get it through there. Yeah, just overdid it, just went too far, but from round the wicket, exaggerated angle from the left armour. Square leg is in, fine leg is inning. So they want him to go across the line, and that is Sarfaraz's strength, but, Nawaz's strength. But it'll be difficult for him with the left armour coming round the wicket.
Here's the chance. There's an extra delivery on offer, so we've still got 2 to go, 8 off. It doesn't hurt. It's just down to third man to Narayan for a single.
Well, Lahore embark on 3 in a row here. And 2 in a row was the most ever in a row in PSL history. So what a shame. What a shame they didn't get going earlier on in the tournament. Just find a little bit of mojo, something to go with, complete a game. And it's all too late as we go through HBL Spider Cam once again. Yeah, it's all too late, but I suppose what I admire right now is that they are saying what they said they would do and play for the people of Lahore, the pride they should, and the fabulous opportunity to play in this tournament.
It's a shame they lost that super over to Islamabad. So tight. 18 done, it's 153 for 6. Yeah, 186. Such a shame it wasn't happening earlier. First leg of this third season of the HBL PSL. Posted 186. Quetta, they need 34 from the last 2 overs. Talked about that tied match. Think about earlier on, way back in the third match, they got run over by Multan by 43. They needed to get going earlier on. Another one, that 12th match was the tie, and that could have changed the momentum or the vibe, the mojo, whatever you like, for the calendars. As it was, they just got in a massive rut and lost 6 on the trot.
Yeah, well, I totally believe in you feel what winning's all about again, and you get home in the tight one, which is what Islamabad did. They were struggling to that point. And we're out of it in the proper T20 overs, and then somehow got the tie, and then win in that super over. And it was the 12th match, and United had been struggling just to get things going. But then it shifted them into gear, and they've been a different side ever since.
Oh, brilliantly fielded. Fakhr Zaman on the fence. All my money, thought it had gone for 4, but brilliant. He's just plucked it out and saved a boundary. It was a good hit. Well, brilliantly done. Kind bounce, but fantastic for Fakhr Zaman.
Taking on the Uber there, wasn't he? It's just the opposite way to the Uber track. He says, lads, that's how you beat Uber. You get the sprint shoes on.
Might be a new company. The Fuckermobile.
You're taking it on Friday night. Yeah, change of pace. Devsic stops it this time.
But Slats will that have a blue light or not?
A blue light for pace out of the middle? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Our conversation
like the
yesterday.
bats.
Lighting up. No, we'll stick with Uber, eh? I think I'm enjoying using Uber. The F-mobile can wait.
Aramse. Oh, yeah, trying to close the angle. And it's that man again. Fakhr Zaman. Good stuff.
Sohail Khan doing a job, bowling pretty full. The field is set with that deep mid-wicket in place, so not allowing Sarfraz to free his arm with the short ball. So now for Nawaz, it'll be different because, yeah, he's got 3 men on the leg side to the fence, maybe with a slow bouncer. Well, what's going on here? He's thrown the ball and this fellow fielder at deep square leg. What's going on? Yeah, he was trying to get his attention and it's all going off.
Oh no, this is no good. This is no good. I don't like seeing this. And now Brendan's coming in saying, what the hell's going on? Oh, here we go. He's throwing it back at him hard. Brendan's going to catch it. And all of a sudden, that's a brain explosion. What's going on there?
That could have been nasty. Imagine if that had hit your fellow mate in the head. You're just trying to get his attention, but still, you can't throw the ball at your mate Yasser. What if that hits you in the gob? It smashes into your nose.
Well, they're on the brink of winning 3 in a row, and I thought very much aligned. But after that, that's something that you did take into the dressing room and say, what the hell?
Derailed. Well bowled. Beautifully bowled. This bizarre turn of events out in the field at the moment.
Ridiculous. Never seen that ever. Look, he tries to move him. Well, he's not getting his attention. And there you go. What's going on there?
Oh, we can laugh because it didn't clock him, but I mean, if that hits him in the head, that's one of the worst incidents I think you'd see. Friendly fire, I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's a fast bowler brain explosion. I've never seen anything like that, ever. Ever.
Losing badly. Wow. And...
What's he going to do now?
Why wasn't that Fakhr Zaman?
Well, if I've dropped that, I'm not turning my back on the bowler now. You know what I'm saying? No, that should have been taken, obviously. It's down his throat and straight through. So a few antics towards the end of this innings. They're in a comfortable position, obviously, Lahore, but I just wish what we've just seen, that throw to the fielder, we didn't see. It's
bizarre, to say the least. Well, it does. It runs through the team there. it's not like this is a sudden death knockout to get to the next stage. 160 for 6. Brendan McCullum, he's the best man for the situation, just to calm it down, just say, look, have a little bit of joviality with it, because, you know, the last thing you need is Yasser Shah with a brain explosion.
Yeah, you're right. He's the best man. He came in, he's all smiles. See, look, I'm sure that they will say something back in the rooms, but it'll be sorted. It'll be sorted.
A bit of calm needs to be restored for those in green in the field. And we're going to have Shaheen Shah Afridi with the last over the match. That looks out. That definitely looks out. And is given. Raza says, yeah, I'm with you, Shaheen.
And Nawaz goes for a review, but a terrific delivery round the wicket, right in the block hole. And Shaheen Shah Afridi fine there, but it's great from the youngster right up there. Yeah, I think it's pitched on, maybe. I think it's pitched on. Alan Wilkins doesn't agree with me from the back of the house. It's out. Okay, so it's out.
Wilco, what do you reckon? Okay. Alan was selling. Benno's saying it's out. They're looking for the ultra edge. There's certainly no bat involved there. So Shazab Raza's given it out on field, and I think we'll go with this. Is it going to head off stump? Pitches. Oh! Oh, are you kidding me? Look, hey, that's pitching on.
You need to change your decision.
No, that was pitching on.
You're on screen, please signal.
So Alan Wilkins said 100% out. Well, not anymore. Wasn't even letting me hold the mic. He was so adamant that's out.
Well, it's the first time Alan's got it wrong, and rightly so. It's got to be a first time for everything. So it's still 6 down. Little heave, no timing. Yeah, local time, it's maybe about 12 minutes away from midnight. A lot of stoppages here in match 26 with certainly with Tim Robinson going off. Different. And then we've had the little couple of altercations out in the middle, this one.
Well, at least we're seeing SSL laugh. If this is... Oh, that's not actually too far from him. That's a really good shot. That's a really powerful cover drive. At least they can laugh about it, because it didn't clock him.
What a shot that was. Extra cover. Nawaz really nailed it. It's gone flat and gone for 6. 3 balls, 21, but it's still a fantastic shot.
Shane. It's missed the mark, but it really isn't going to matter, because 20 off 2. It's all over and done. Skipper for Quetta, Sarfraz Ahmed. He's a little frustrated. He was in the field. Now he is with the bat, because his big guns have come up short from here.
Russo got going. Roy got going. KP and Watto, they were the big ones for them. And Watson's been really consistent. But those who got going needed to get that 80 or 90 like we saw Pakar get today, and that would have been maybe a big difference in this run chase. But Lahore on a roll. It'll be 3 in 3. They've never done it before in PSL history. What a shame it's all too late.
Yeah, and next couple of games you'd think, do you want to win the toss and bat first? So I would go for that. You don't want to bowl first on such a track.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer now. I really do. So this was in between overs. So Brendan had gone bowler first, gave him a high five, probably said, just keep it cool, keep it cool. And then he's gone straight to Yasser and had a laugh with him, had a smile. He was a bit worked up when he got there in that initial encounter, and then in the end he was starting to laugh. So Brendan's diffused it rather beautifully. And this will race away for 4, will it? No. Flanagan, he's gotten away, but 3 on the bounce for the Lahore Calendars. Suhail Khan had a little bit of a brain explosion just an over or so ago. Is on the winning side. They've won by 17. Handshakes all round between the two sides. Yeah, well done, Lahore. Yeah, it was a case of the Gladiators choosing to chase again. They like to. And we've been talking for a little while. There's a bit of laughter going on and trying to work out. I mean, the thing is now he's got to... Did they miss each other? I mean, just straight past. So maybe something will be taken into the dressing shed. It was just a complete snub there, and I suppose he's thinking, well, mate, if that hits me on the head, I'm stretch it off, or it could be the worst case scenario. So,
Jason Roy, 36. Sarfraz Ahmed coming down the order, making that 28 in 19, but in the end, they fell short, and the Qalandars won by 17 runs. Right, and that takes Islamabad United, to the top of the table with 12 points. Quetta Gladiators also on 10, but the situation is now becoming more interesting between Zalmi and Sultans, and the double headers ahead are going to be quite interesting for us. Well, it's 3 on the trot for Lahore Qalandars. Considering the way they started, it seems like they're finally getting their combination right. However, it's a bit too late, I suppose, when you look at it. I've got with me Danny Morrison in the studio. Danny, the Qalandars fans, I can see they seem a bit excited, but knowing that their team is going home, they're not going in the qualifiers, that must be disappointing.
It is disappointing. It's a shame they didn't get their mojo, if you like, what we were saying on commentary just at the end there, with Michael Slater and Bazir Khan. It should have happened earlier in the tournament. Of course, it has to, because it's so condensed, this PSL Season 3. And wasn't it nice to see Bakr Zaman and Gilrays? They were Pakistanis getting, it's not your overseas big guns, your foreign players contributing as much to a situation like this. It's just a shame, as you say, Zainab, that it couldn't have happened maybe 3 or 4 games ago. On comms saying, wouldn't it have been nice if they'd won that super over here, match 12 against Islamabad United, and would that have changed the vibe within their whole unit and allowed them to get on a winning streak? So just the little things that can make such a big difference.
And at least it's giving a few smiles to the face. Ready for the presentation?
Right, we're ready with the presentation, and Qalandars with a late surge have now pocketed 3 victories out of the last 3 matches, so tremendous going, and so proving a bit of a spoil sport for the opposition, the Qalandars. In the presentation ceremony, we've got Mr. Sohail Salim, Head of Medical and Sports Science, PCB, Mr. Saeed Nafis, Country Manager, HBL UAE, Mr. Atif Rana, Franchise Owner, Lahore Qalandars. I've lost the page. Right then, Mr. Sohail Salim will give the HBL PSL Man of the Match trophy to Fakhr Zaman. May I invite Fakhr to please come forward. Sayyid Nafis to give the HBL PSL Fan of the Match cash award of $4,500. Fagher, I think the Uber fan, we found the Uber fan, so you can now go and sign the ball as well. He was missing in action, probably over speeding. यहाँ उस मार्ग पे फखर, जब आप खेलते हैं कमाल खेलते हैं और बहुत दफा अच्छा खेलते हैं माशाल्लाह, बहुत अच्छी इनिंग्स।
बिल्कुल, बस काफ़ी टाइम से मैं कोशिश कर रहा था कि लंबा खेलूं और स्टार्ट को काफ़ी अच्छा मिल रहा था, लेकिन आज लक ने भी थोड़ा साथ दिया और आज लंबा खेला तो बहुत अच्छा फील कर रहा हूँ।
बहुत अच्छी इनिंग्स थी। पहले फेज और आखिरी फेज में किस तरह से हर चीज़ क्लिक कर रही है फखर, आपकी टीम की, आपकी अपनी फॉर्म?
बिल्कुल, पहले फेज में ये था कि हमारा थोड़ा सा कम्बिनेशन नहीं बन रहा था और हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे थे कि जिस तरह नॉर्मल T20 खेलते हैं वैसे ही खेले टॉप ऑर्डर में, और क्योंकि हमारा मिडिल ऑर्डर थोड़ा सा फॉर्म में नहीं था, तो अभी हम लोग ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जो ऊपर से एक आधा बंदा जो थोड़ा सेट हो जाता है वो लंबा खेलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे ख्याल में ये फ़र्क है।
कौन सी शॉट्स का मज़ा आया और किस तरह से अप्रोच करते हैं T20 बैटिंग?
शुरू में थोड़ा सा ये करता था कि नया बॉल पे हिट मारता था, अभी अप्रोच मेरी ये है कि थोड़ा सा टाइम लेके फिर अपनी गेम खेलता हूँ।
मान ले टाइम लेके 40 बॉलों में 90 कर देते हैं, ये कौन सा टाइम लिया आपने?
नहीं, वो तो 50 के बाद मैंने अपना गेम खेला शुरू, बड़े शॉट्स मारे, फिर 50 से पहले थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल देख रहा था।
बहुत अच्छा खेला, आपको मुबारक हो।
थैंक यू सर।
Fakhar Zaman, the Man of the Match award winner for his brilliant batting today. And now, may I invite Sarfraz Ahmed to please come forward. सरफराज, जैसे बात की थी टॉस पे भी मोमेंटम जरूरी है, जीतना जरूरी है। आप टॉप पोजीशन पे आएंगे तो आपको 2 दफा बारी मिल जाएगी प्लेऑफ्स में, एक अगर आपका बैड डे भी जाता है तो एक और चांस मिलता है। ये सब सिनेरियो क्या डगआउट में डिस्कस हुए थे आज के मैच से पहले?
आई थिंक अभी बिल्कुल हमने जो हमारी टीम मैनेजमेंट है उससे बिल्कुल डिस्कस किया था और यही कोशिश थी कि आज का मैच जीतेंगे तो पोजीशन अच्छी हो जाएगी, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि फ़खर जमान ने बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त इनिंग खेली और आई थिंक उसकी इनिंग की वजह से इतना टोटल हो गया जिसकी वजह से हमें मैच का नुकसान करना पड़ा।
बॉलिंग भी थोड़ी सी इधर उधर हुई आपके ख्याल में?
आई थिंक मैं समझता हूँ बॉलिंग तो होगी, लेकिन फ़खर जमान की इनिंग को क्रेडिट देना चाहिए कि उन्होंने बड़ी क्लीन हिटिंग की। जैसे समझता ना कि थोड़े से इनसाइड एज भी नहीं हुए, चौके भी नहीं हुए, उन्होंने बड़ी क्लीन सामने हिटिंग की, तो बॉलिंग तो